Just move this over a little bit. There we go. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the internet's #1 Star Trek-based web show. I'm your host, Matt Burwell.
Yeah.
Today we're going to be talking about episode 112. I don't know the title.
Died?
What?
Is that the one where those kids died?
Sure.
Oh, that's definitely the one where Scotty...
No, you're thinking of Younglings.
Which?
Oh, sorry. I was
Star
mixed to
Trek?
Stars.
Huh?
Which Trek?
The one with the bald guy.
Okay, so next gen?
Yeah, sure.
That's
Yeah.
what he's just said.
I mean,
Or you're not
yeah.
paying attention.
Captain Jean-Luc Pickle
Yeah.
of the USS Enterprise.
Oh, thank God you didn't get that
We
wrong.
got that right. I mean, that's pretty universal.
You know, I was going to eat that.
And Captain
You are-
James
You already said the captain?
Kirk.
That's a different captain.
That's, yeah, and
Baby
Spock.
Bird.
He was there.
Yeah.
Spock was there. He's not wrong. And the guy with the eye thing,
Yeah.
fucking nailed it.
I'm just
and
kidding,
the guy with the
motherfuckers.
butt for a head, that guy?
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, the butt head.
Butthead. Or
I didn't want to be offensive, but you call him a butt head. The guy with the butt for a head, you know?
Worf.
Hey, Beaver. What?
Worf.
We turn this
Lieutenant
on.
Worf.
Bless you.
Yeah, that's on.
You okay?
Cool.
Oh,
We're all good.
I'm sorry.
Unless everything
I
goes
thought this
on
was the
fire.
Star Trek podcast. Now we're going to talk about it. Will Wheaton was revolutionary in that role.
See, what I didn't like was when Anakin turned into Vader.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks, guys.
Just kidding, everyone. This is D&D.
If you tuned out already, I don't know how you're listening to this.
Just kidding, Star Trek is garbage.
No, it is not.
Okay.
Get
Never watched an
No,
episode.
it is not.
I've never watched an episode.
It was
but I will
very,
not name some
very
claims.
important.
Depends on which
Garbage.
Let's lose half our viewers.
It depends on what you're talking
You
about.
send Kevin to leave, or fix the camera, whichever comes first.
Or a
I
fix.
should move over a little bit. There we go.
What was your
Your
favorite
foot's
episode
there
of
now.
Teletubbies?
My favorite episode of Teletubbies?
Ooh.
The one where Tinky Winky killed the rest of them.
Oh God, that was.
I was gonna say
finale.
the same fucking thing.
It was a really dark
Oh,
episode.
the series finale.
But they don't tell you which ones he killed until the
Definitely
following
guessed the whole-
season. What a bunch of
the whole
fucking
village.
assholes.
It was weird. They ended it like Oz. There was a thing of anthrax that was
I don't
released.
know how
and-
they ended Teletubbies, but some of my
Nobody knows
kids were
much about
saying the Teletubbies have kids now, and they were like,
That's
"Well,
offensive.
how did they? Which
Do
one
that.
is the?"
They had sex, Jen. That's how they had
I
kids.
wasn't
collective
trying to figure
effort,
out
but
how
they
to
have
use dropping.
Maybe they're just amorphous. They reproduce asexually.
That's true. That's science.
All right,
we gotta burn them.
They lay eggs.
My favorite was when Tinky Winky became Darth Vader. That was my favorite.
Oh, that was
Mine
a
too,
good
I
one.
remember that, and then he
That
killed
didn't
all his
happen.
friends.
And
Yeah.
you spoiled it.
Well, if you haven't seen it by now, you just don't want to see it.
The movie's been out for like 20 years. We're fine.
Sean's trying to say something, I think.
Can we do the D&D thing?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're good.
Oh, okay.
What the
All
fuck
right.
is D&D?
I thought we were having a lot more fun.
I'm going
Talking about Teletubbies bumping Jennies.
Who's Jen?
So glad my name
Oh, you
is
somehow just made
Jenny.
it way worse, Kevin.
I have to be able to see it. You want to be Jenny?
There we go.
Oh,
Not
we're
the
bumping
Jenny that was
Jenny.
a-
Oh, I see, Kevin. You want Nick
Jenny.
in the shot? You don't fuck me, I guess.
I'll fuck you.
No, I see.
Bumping
how it
Jenny
is.
stands for genital.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, whatever.
oh, you know what?
Listen,
Is that your full name?
I said bumping Jenny
I say
stands
who
for
the starring
genital.
role is.
Thankfully, no.
Did you not get
Can
that?
you tell us what happened last week? Because
Yeah.
Nikolai wasn't
I
here.
think that
I
was just
can.
a random word.
I can, but just real quick,
Bumping microwaves.
a couple things I wanted to go over. First and foremost, again, thank you to all of our loyal viewers who come every week and support the show. Thank you to all of our subscribers on Twitch and Patreon who continue to support us. Means the world to us. Also, wanted to give a big shout out to the guys who subscribed $15 on Patreon.
Ooh, yes.
We've gotten some of your NPC character details in. I'm going to start working them into the story somewhere. Some may play a bigger role than others, but all of them will be there.
Keep an eye out for 'em.
Yeah, keep an eye out. And again, just from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much. It's been wildly successful in my eyes because one person watches.
And if we kill your NPC on the first time we meet them, it's nothing personal.
No,
but
it
we
is.
do have that
With this
plan.
party, it's
Well,
just
you've never watched
business.
the show.
It's all
Tell
just
us-
business.
Don't tell us what an NPC is one of those.
Oh, I won't.
subscribers.
All right,
Okay.
so this character is Bop Anir.
I stabbed him in
That
the throat.
sounds familiar.
There's this guy named Richie, and he's playing a trumpet on the side of the road.
I give him $5. I like
Could be
it.
anyone.
I like to cut
Well.
his jib.
What?
Any $2,000 donations yet?
No $2,000
Ah,
donation,
damn it.
so
It's still early.
Yeah.
It's only episode.
All right,
9.
kids. What I need you to do is go and sneak into your parents' room.
No.
Right? Pull out their credit card.
Fix it in
I
post.
support this.
So what happened last time on the Critical Miss?
I'll tell you. Stop prompting me.
Wait, what happened?
Man, he doesn't need
Got
your
him.
segues, okay? Anyway,
No,
sorry.
last time on the Critical
I want a
Miss,
segue. It'd be fun.
there was some pit fighting as Arik took on the Blue Dragonborn barrage.
Yeah, and I got my ass kicked.
Not really.
Missed it by that
29 and a half seconds is not getting your ass kicked. You held on for as long
30-second bet.
CM Punk lost. And
you held on for as long as you possibly could. Leon, however, came in and he had your back and succeeded in swiftly beating Barrage.
Not
barely.
swiftly at
I
all.
don't know about Swift.
That was like
Slowly.
the longest fight I've ever seen.
Slowly pummeling Barrage into
Sasuke and Naruto
submission.
at the end, just like slapping each other.
Yeah.
Yep.
Maybe he tired himself out.
Yeah, and he gave himself a
Pokemon movie.
concussion with the amount of headbutts that he delivered.
Also gave him a concussion.
After losing your bet, but Leon winning some fame and recognition in the pits, you guys then had essentially a month to yourselves before a meeting of the Hylian High Council. Some of you spent it acquiring some new knowledge, some of you spent it gathering some strength. I actually, for those who are listening, who are interested at home, spoke with Raucus before the campaign. He found some work as a farrier, so he earned some money.
So he was a
And-
fairy.
No, he was someone who cobbles horseshoes.
Just throwing out hate. Okay. Okay.
No, like,
in doing
like
so,
a
he-
boat
I
fairy.
brought a new pen.
Oh.
In his spare time, he used some of the money he acquired while working there, and also just striking horseshoes, gained a little bit more strength. Everybody else had some different things they wanted to accomplish and managed to over that 30-day period. Before finally, the time had come, there was a meeting of the High Council of Hyleria.
I think you meant a meeting of the shit meeting the fan.
Well,
Yes.
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 To discuss the future
The shit being the council
course-
and the fan being Hyleria.
Yes. They were discussing the plan of action against the town of Valentrost when a contingent of Valentrost soldiers and a carriage arrived carrying one Kairos Valen,
Trustworthy
the heir to Dragmir Valen and the new Lord Apparent in Valentrost, who then proclaimed his father dead and him as the new rightful heir to the throne, so to speak.
Young as a feather.
He was elected. He did mention that.
Elected like how Hitler was elected?
You don't know.
I mean, he was
He
elected.
was.
I know, that's what I'm saying. I was
Oh,
asking.
but okay, sure.
Anyway.
After a significantly sized insight check, Dyrus did determine
And
that
evolved in numbers 2 and 0.
not everything was right
That
with
was
this
a
young
lie.
boy.
Sorry.
My detective
Determined that that was a lie. You are not the father.
They actually just ended Jerry Springer.
What?
Yeah.
I never got to go watch people beat the shit out of each
Now
other.
you know.
Good.
There were. That's true. Maybe eventually. We'll get there.
We're getting there.
22.
You guys also, I believe, took a look for something arcane about him, any sort of magical essence that he acquired. And when you stared at him, all you saw was a void, almost bereft of any life or sense of magical property, like you were staring into an abyss. After he departed, you had some quick words with Leopold Vosk, the Lord of Hohenheim, who offered you, if you were looking for work, to come by and see him. Otherwise, they would be the last remaining place when the rest of the world is ashes. On these cryptic words, he left, and you guys had some talking to do, or whatever it may be.
Yeah.
And that is actually where we join you now. The majority of the group is sitting in the commotion of the dispersing crowd now, as the meeting for the council has come to an end. Most of all 6 out of the 7 of you are standing around. Xanir, you had run up to talk to Redmond, your superior. So, what would you guys like to do?
Oh, one other thing you forgot to mention. We had a meeting, all of us together before this
Oh,
meeting.
I did mention that to him.
Oh, off
personally.
camera? Okay,
Yeah.
so just as a reminder to you guys, we had agreed formally to become a group and to sign up as Legionnaires.
I never signed up for this.
I know.
You sign up first.
We
You're literally
didn't,
the one
we
who-
didn't include you in that because you have military duties, but yes.
Yeah, I was kidding. God, fine. Just twisting it.
You were the one that said we
Yeah,
Well,
I will touch
I'm
this
just
thing.
reminding the people that don't remember or were not here last time, that's
That's
all.
me.
Yeah.
The first part.
So,
I
the,
applied to both.
the 6 of you are standing around, seemingly
sitting.
without direction, taking in the events of what just transpired.
Well, I was back by the room mother as close as possible.
Yeah, you were talking with the Rune Mother, and so was Phelan.
Yeah,
Um,
we were both there.
but
She
you
threw
guys
a
are
good
in
berry.
the vicinity of each other. You're close by. The Rune Mother and Moriana Thorn had walked almost to the edge of the garden to speak with you because she had a good berry thrown at her.
Wasn't a rock.
And it got her attention.
It didn't.
Um,
It worked.
So yeah, you guys are standing around. The crowd is sort of dispersing around you. There are murmurs. Some people look shocked. Some people relieved that there won't be a war to look forward to. And the board is yours. What would you like to do?
So that was something, huh? To the room mother.
To the Rune Mother? Yes, quite shocking indeed.
I mean, it's all fun that there's, seems war's been avoided, but I mean, I can't help but feel like something ain't right. It's a little off.
Well, definitely something seems off. Our friend had said something's not right about that young man.
Unfortunately, we cannot make decisions that would impact a group so large as the military of Hyleria to go to war on a hunch or a whim.
It's not a whim.
Oh, there you are. You're back. Did you catch up to the cart?
I did.
What happened?
I think our next stop is Hohenheim. If that's okay with all of you.
What did Vosk say to you? The Rune Mother kind of turns her attention to you.
He seems to be the only one that's willing to look past this decision that was made. And if I'm honest with you, I don't see how any of you agreed to this when he's clearly lying.
We may believe that he's lying, but we can't make action on that. We need proof. Democracies such as ours are not built on feelings. They're built on proof, what you can prove. If we can prove that he's lying, I'm sure the decision would be different. But as it is right now, do you have any proof that Kairos Valen is lying?
We can go get some.
Room mother, please. I apologize for any disrespect.
Oh, no, not at all. Believe me, She kind of takes a step back and adjusts herself. I felt something not right with the boy. When I stared at him, it felt
Nothing.
cold. Yes, you felt it too.
Nothing.
An emptiness. I've never felt that before.
Some would say.
I don't know.
No one says it. No one would say it.
No one would say. That.
0 people would say it.
I felt that as well. But there are, or could be, many reasons for this. The arcane arts are embedded deep within the roots and history of Valentrost. He could be a warlock with a dark patron. I do not know. But the truth is we don't have all the answers now, and until we do, we can't risk going to war with him and losing the support of the dwarves. I don't know what to do right now.
You're right, of course.
And what does the council presume to do about it? Send men to die in Valentrost to find the truth?
Well, that was the High Imperator's wish, is to send a contingent of men to examine Valentrost and see that everything there is on the up and up. We were given the assurances that the gargoyles are no longer a threat, so...
And when that contingent does not come back, you'll send another? And
No,
when that
then
one
we
does
would-
not come back?
Then we would go to war. We would have soldiers missing on the front line.
So the absence of proof is proof.
Well, no, the absence of proof would... The proof would be that we sent soldiers there and they've gone missing.
Okay.
That'd be a pretty abysmal play to make a big scene like this, only to gank the first set of people that come walking through the door.
Rune Mother, I apologize. I'm normally much more formal and appropriate with my superiors, but I'm sorry. I have to go. And I just start walking away.
She nods her head, of course. Tell him I took no disrespect.
Thank you. Please forgive me.
Milady, what if...
I walk back over and just face palm and walk away again.
Forgot my fucking flask. Yeah.
What if we had taken time for granted? We send this party, they look through, but what if an attack is right over the horizon? Then we'd be fools with our pants caught down.
Another attack on Everseed would be devastating. However, the High Imperator, along with Vosk, have agreed to keep security levels at their highest right now. We should have extra guards stationed in all of the major cities.
Major cities.
Oh shit.
Throw up the salute!
We should have guards stationed among all of the major cities in Hyleria. We shouldn't be having an issue, you know.
Where were the guards during the ceremony?
There were guards surrounding the entire.
Yeah.
There were almost 100 archers lining the walls along the
Of the city.
of the city,
Oh, okay.
and in around the garden there was a contingent of Imperial knights.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so there were definitely
Oh,
guards
okay, gotcha.
present.
Never mind.
I don't know what you all intend to do about this. Your friend, Dyrus. Actually, I don't know if you ever gave her your name.
I
I'll
never
give it
spoke
to
to
you
her.
when
I never
you-
spoke to her before
When
this.
you
So.
stop. Dyrus.
Your friend Dyrus seems to have it in his mind that you guys are going to go and do something about this, and I urge caution. No matter what's going on in Valentrost, you can be sure that their secrets have been kept for a long time, and it would be dangerous to walk in unprepared. If you'll excuse me.
Just one more thing, if you don't mind. I've been doing some digging around the city for the last month before y'all arrived, but have you had any conversation with Vosk or the High Imperator regarding Varys in this situation?
I have not mentioned it, no.
Varys seems highly interested in some stuff that Vosk may have to offer.
I'm unaware of what you... I don't know much about the champions of old. But I would say if he has an interest in Vosk, he should speak to him. Vosk may be a temperamental, stubborn man, but he is good and honest, and he would listen to what you have to say.
What about the High Imperator? Do you think we can confide in him about that, or should we best to keep it on the down low?
I would talk to Vosk.
Gotcha. That's fair. Well, we don't want to keep you too long.
So thank you, Mother, for your wisdom. It's a blessing to cross paths again. May Andario guide you and protect you.
And you as well, my dear.
Somehow I feel this isn't the last time we'll see you.
I would hope not. She nods her head and begins to walk off the stage.
I feel like it is.
Thorn kind of looks over you guys again, nods her head, keeps moving.
Tip of the hat. So we should go find Dyrus and then find out where Xanier disappeared to?
Xanier, speaking of which, you are overlooking this crowd of people dispersing. The guards lining the walls with bow and arrow, crossbows, and whatever else have you, sort of start to make their way down into the battlements.
Okay.
Redmond turns and starts to follow them. He goes, "Walk with me."
I was that follow.
As you're walking, you get into the battlements, and you start making your way down the stairs. And as you're making your way down, takes a letter out of his pocket, and he hands it to you.
I take it. What's this, sir?
Go ahead and open it.
I open it. You've been discharged. Fuck!
Knew it. Saw
It
us
is
coming.
your discharge papers.
Damn it!
And he says, listen to me. Come into my office.
Oh.
Say it now.
As you get down to the end of the battlements, he makes a right turn. You guys walk down a long hallway, and you make a left into his personal office.
Mm-hmm.
And as you walk in, he closes the door behind you and locks it. And he says, Delacroix, you're not being discharged.
What is this roller coaster?
But
Get me off.
it must appear that you are.
Understandable, sir.
I am making this call. Myself and the Imperator talked about it over the past couple of weeks. And especially now, with things as they are with Valentrost, it would be beneficial if we had a man on the inside who is no longer connected to the Imperium.
Understandable.
As of this moment, you are double secret undercover. No,
God damn it! Was this double secret probation?
we are going.
And jumped in.
Myself and the High Imperator are going to be the only two people in the Imperium that know you are still working with us. Otherwise, should you be caught, all knowledge of your services to the Imperium will be disavowed. I don't think this is a smart mission for you to go on your own. Those people you came into town with, do you trust them?
Trust a few of them.
Are they open to sticking around with you, unlike most other people?
I mean, for now, I think at least Raucus and Reek, I'm getting the vibe that they would.
It's a very subtle dig at him too.
He diss. I heard it too.
He breaks the Redmond's personality is kind of a ball buster.
Yeah.
So I think it would be in your best interest to keep with them for as long as you can. I don't know if they have any interest in heading towards Valentrost, but I'm gonna need your coat.
It was my father's.
I understand, but anybody who walks into Valentrost in an Imperial jacket,
Understandable, sir. I'll take it off hand.
I'll keep it safe for you.
Thank you. Throws it directly into the fire. Directly into the fire. Oh, I forgot.
No one will ever find it
Dead
there.
face.
Whoops.
I forgot I got that move there last week.
Still getting used to the new office layout. It's a real pain.
Is that not my desk?
Big sign, not desk.
That's on my watch.
This isn't where I parked my car.
I also have a gift for you before you go on your journey.
The coat.
And he walks underneath his desk.
It's a coat that says not Imperial on it.
It's just an inverted color scheme. It's all yellow and blue trim.
I'll never know.
Let me introduce you to my friend Professor Oak.
He walks over to his desk, he opens a drawer, and he pulls out this small box, looks like an ammunitions box, and he hands it to you.
Look at it. What is it, sir?
You open it up, and it is 3 rows of 8 bullets, each of which appear to be made of a different type of material than you're used to.
24 bullets? Or,
Yes.
okay.
That is how multiplication.
Well, I wasn't sure if it 8 total. I thought you meant for a second.
I had these.
3 rows of 8.
I had these special made. These are enchantable rounds for your rifle. They can be, as long as the proper element is applied to them over a set period of time, they can be enchanted with different properties. I figured they may be useful for you in the coming fight.
Thank you, sir. I'm sure they will be.
Who do you work for, Delacroix?
Imperium, sir. Well, if I'm asked, I don't work for the Imperium. I work for myself.
Good man.
Trick question, sir. Trick question. You know what I like
Almost got me, bitch.
That was the first test.
Good man.
Good for
You're
the
quick on the
Imperium.
draw.
God damn it! Wrong person.
Who do you work for? The Imperium. All right, now you're actually discharged.
Now it's real.
And he extends out a hand to you. He says,
You're not me.
I'm very sorry I had to do this to you. I know how much your service means to you.
Worst handshake I've ever seen.
Well, it's up there.
It's a long distance, okay, guys?
It's a girly handshake. Weak handshake, sorry.
So it turns
Weak
out...
handshake.
There's supposed to be a fight
Dude,
right now.
Fuck you. Rude to
You're
Jen.
fine.
Eric.
Yeah.
We'll record this right now on the break. We'll make
So
sure
how will I
Instagram.
contact you or the High Imperior when things go? Obviously,
I'm a
I
misogynist.
shouldn't write letters.
No, I would suggest not writing letters. Should you need to contact us, you can write a letter to Garros over at the Summoning Stone. Tell them that your cousin is coming into town and that he's looking for a place to stay. Garros will know what to do. If you get a letter back saying he's more than welcome at the tavern, then you'll meet with us there a week later.
That's a lot to write.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry.
Cousin's
I just want to. I'm going to forget this. I want to make sure we have it.
So it's like Santa Claus is coming to town.
Santa Claus de la Croix.
He doesn't bring presents. He brings bullets.
God fucking shit! These pencils.
Or the presence of bullets.
New pencils suck.
No, those are old pencils.
I got new pencils right here, bro.
No, it's out of here.
Yeah.
Pointed with the
That's
All right.
Dang.
Well, don't do that.
I'll get that later.
Okay. No, more than likely won't, but that's
Sitting
okay.
in this
You definitely
now.
won't.
I know.
I pick up everyone else's garbage.
In there. Not behind the camera where no one knows what exists over there.
It's a void.
Who is he the
It's
only one that
valid
wasn't
choice.
with us while we were talking to the room?
While you were talking to the room mother, except for when after Dyrus walked away.
Oh, okay.
Damn it.
I wasn't sure if Raucus was there or not.
Raucus is there. Yeah, Raucus is with you guys.
Gotcha.
Him being all surly in the back.
I don't want to talk
He's
to
been
him.
quiet the last day.
Yeah.
Santa Claus is coming.
Hasn't
No,
asked for like any
It's like 6 months
It's
away.
not even Christmas time.
I'm excited for
The
Christmas.
4th of July is in 2 weeks. Let's celebrate that first by blowing stuff up.
I
Okay.
like the color scheme of that
Santa
holiday.
Claus is coming.
We're blowing up Santa Claus now.
I'm gonna go home and get my blockbuster.
That escalated quickly.
Oh, sorry.
Blockbuster went out of business in 2004.
Not these blockbusters.
Not 2004, but
Definitely earlier.
This is
no,
all
way
news.
later than that.
These
Guys,
blockbusters will blow
stuff,
a
you're
hole.
breaking
Or
some
10,
heart.
maybe 11.
Alright, continue. Okay, I wrote it down. Good.
That's about it. He shakes your hand and he says,
Stop it.
"Good luck. Let us know what you find out
Thank you,
if
sir.
you make
I
your way to
will.
Valentrost."
A salute.
Salutes back.
Chain reaction there.
We have to now.
Goes Kevin.
When
I obviously I store my
As-
bullets and I get them.
as you get up to leave, he goes, "As I said, nobody can know. There's a group of soldiers outside that door right now. So when you leave, I want you to tell me to go fuck myself."
Easily. You have no idea how long I've wanted to do that to you, sir.
Damn.
I can still find you when you get back into service.
I understand. I'll take it for now, though.
It's worth.
You know I love you. One of the finest commanders I've ever known.
Nods his head to you and
Well, go fuck yourself.
Alright, so let's start with the buildings. Fucking shit, man! All the service I put into this army and this is what I get? Served in the Civil War? Went on missions for you? Fuck you! Fuck this discharge and fuck your family! And I walk out the door.
Wow.
make a is it deception?
Performance?
Performance, I think.
Performance. Make a performance check
Perception.
with advantage because that was pretty good. How well did you tell him to go fuck himself? That well.
And his
You gotta
family.
be-
And we got a double crit miss? No
Yeah.
one believes it.
Family was
Fuck you.
rude. His family isn't involved at all.
They all watch you wink at him as you walk out.
Fuck your family.
Bye, love ya.
Like his son's at home and he just gets all sad.
Fuck
for
your
no reason.
family. I love you.
Ah, cool. That is a 19.
Believable. There are several gasps and a couple people start talking to each other as you slam the door behind you and storm off.
Oh my.
I mean, I've been wanting to say that for a long time, but I didn't.
Making your way out of the battlements and out onto the streets. It is there, actually, as you get out from the battlements. You step outside and you see a fast-paced Dyrus moving into the city.
I curiously watch you go by. And then, do I see everybody else?
They stayed behind to talk, so it would be a couple minutes before they.
Oh, okay. I thought I was walking out front.
You would have to go around and out one of the gates.
Well, then I'll obviously follow him because he's the only person I know where anybody is.
As you're walking through the city, are you heading in a particular direction?
To the Summoning Stone.
To the Summoning Stone? Okay. So then actually you would catch him actually walking towards you. He begins to make his way towards you as you walk out from the battlements and see him. And this is the first time you've seen Xanier without his trademark overcoat.
I don't recognize him.
Dyrus.
Is that what the bottom half of your face looks like?
No. That's
still
there.
Oh.
That's
It's
not
not part
that's
of
not
this
part of the
coat.
code. That's all nonsense.
Oh, hello. Follow me, I guess. I don't know where everyone else is. I assume they're following.
All right. You seem a little put out. I'm noticeably fuming, by the way, too.
Right.
When I use quotations, but-
Yeah. Well, let's get to the Summoning Stone. Let's get you a drink and let's have a chat.
I need a new jacket first.
All right, meet me there then.
Will do.
The rest of you guys, what are your plans?
We gotta find these guys.
He goes and buys a blue coat.
Just paint it yellow.
Fuck this shit.
I'm walking out freaking Remy.
Oh, come on, no one's gonna believe it.
Come on, I wrote not Imperial Soldier on the back. It's fine.
No, I'm taking it back. It's cool.
Thank you.
So you guys are hanging out front still?
There was a mission board or something, right? Or like.
Yes, near the Summoning Stone.
But for Legionnaires only.
Correct.
Which we haven't fully signed up to do yet. Right.
True, but Leon says, well, to get some leads, I'm gonna go check out that the mission board.
I'm gonna come with you.
Where injured men go?
Yeah, we should probably find everyone first. I feel like that seems like a problem. This is a large city.
Yeah, exactly. He's gonna go for a walk. It seems like he'll be back.
Is he good? You seem to know him better than most, so I'm gonna direct that question towards you.
I think he'll be fine. He just he needs a minute.
He needs a lot of minutes lately. Should see if he's all right.
I'm not.
Kind of worried about him.
I'm not one for taking care of grown men. He can take care of himself. No offense.
Nice.
My good smooch.
Well, I mean, it's better to have a mentally stable person traveling with you than somebody who's gonna give you a whole bunch of problems. If we're all gonna be traveling together.
His heart's in the right place. He's just
Well,
passionate.
How about that Legion board thing? Okay.
You seem to be a lot of.
She definitely knows how to just.
I'm out of
fix
here
the
in
situation.
distance.
Oh yeah, you're welcome, Owen.
You see her stomping away.
I get the. I feel like she avoids a lot of things.
Was it the otter thing? Because I think that's where it all started.
Well, at least she didn't change it to an otter.
That's true. I mean, yeah, that's the middle of the city. People might have to get spooked, especially after. Let's just go.
Yeah.
Also, others are much slower on land, so it's not.
That's true.
It's not the
To be
best form of
inefficient.
transportation.
I don't know how
Sassy,
social
otter
studies
boy.
works.
But they're faster than
They're so cute.
So you are making your way over to the job board?
I believe. Are you coming too?
Gentlemen,
Everybody
Shall
gets
we?
with me.
Where injured men go?
we'll find
Oh, I
him.
thought you were with me.
We'll find him right now. We'll take care of
Who's injured? I forgot.
Injured man. Oh, no, I know why.
Who's
I'm
injured?
not. No, I'm not saying anything.
Jesus, come on.
it. I guess we might as well just.
Never mind.
Of course, it's
injured?
bring up more people. I think we might as well stay together. They'll find us eventually.
So you guys are hanging out together?
We'll all go to the job board, I guess.
I'm under the impression that they're going to find Iris, so I have to follow.
Yeah.
So, you guys all head into the city. You make your way into the Imperial District. The Summoning Stone is to your left. There's the entrance to the battlements. There's the spire, and then to the right is the barracks. In between the Summoning Stone and the spire. There's a long, probably 8 foot long by 4 foot high board with different postings for legionnaires. They are not geographically separated, but you can take. Is anybody searching for anything specific? What are you guys looking for?
I mean,
Anything to relate to the town of what's his face? I can't remember.
Hohenheim
Is that
or Valentrost?
Valentrost?
Valentrost? Yeah.
Valentrost. Okay. Make a investigation check.
Who doesn't? I don't have any other goals in mind. 19.
19. You look around and strangely not a lot. Not a lot, even in the general, even in the vicinity of
You
Valentrost.
didn't finish it, guys. You can't
Close
just say
enough.
He said
he
general.
said the general.
He said general,
gotta
and
wait.
it didn't matter what he was going to say.
in general,
Not a lot in the vicinity of Valentrost. There are a couple in Fallcrest, which is about a 3 days ride from Valentrost, or at least in the area of Fallcrest. But not a lot in the town or around the town. There are listings for almost every other town on there, but none for Valentrost.
Then I suppose I'll look for the one that's closest to it, like you said, Fallcrest. Is that what you
Okay.
said?
Yeah, there are a couple job postings around Fallcrest. There is a farmer who lives about a mile and a half north of Fallcrest. An animal farmer who is complaining that his livestock is continuously going missing. He finds carcasses with no remnants of flesh on them.
Interesting.
God, hungry.
This is
guys.
some Trevor
Jesus.
type shit.
I like my flesh, thank you. No.
You said
His
animal farm.
the pen for his pigs has been destroyed twice. Entire cows have just gone missing.
Hey, Phelan,
You didn't get the juice?
Uh,
Oh, that was a really nerdy
you're pretty in tune with nature, right?
Yeah, yeah.
What do you make of this one? I point to the flyer that says all that stuff.
Animal, missing.
Looks like it looks like a bunch of livestock has gone missing.
Are there any predators that would do something like that, or?
That's a great question. Do I know anything about that?
Make a nature check.
Sure.
Are you using your new dye tower?
Yeah,
Stuff
I
around
did
home.
roll.
Looking for stuff around home.
Yeah, what's the
Compliment
direction?
something, and I was going to use my green one for nature
19?
stuff.
There's definitely some information on Hohenheim. I'll touch on that in a second.
Sorry.
Oh, nice. If this is not graboids, it would be very disappointing.
19.
Oh yeah.
19.
Yeah.
Thinking about it, judging by what's described in the picture, mostly when livestock goes missing, it's wolves, larger predators. Nothing that you know that would leave bones picked clean, and nothing with enough size and force to destroy a pig pen, especially twice. And even if a wolf were to take down a cow, which he says has cows have gone missing on him, even if a wolf were to take down a cow, a wolf is not big enough to drag the creature off. There would be remnants. There would be things left behind, gore, or pieces of flesh.
Yeah.
Nothing. So you're thinking it's not any of the predatory animals that you can already know.
Okay. So I tell Leon, I've never heard of something that could do that before. But I'd be mighty interested to find out.
Sounds like a good mystery.
It definitely does. But what else is on this board? Why'd that stand out to you?
Well, it sounds like a pretty quick mission. Maybe we wander our way into Valentrost and check it out. Just saying,
I see.
option.
That certainly doesn't sound like a good idea.
Well,
Raucous, with your investigation check, you do find 2 different letters in regards to missions in Hohenheim. You find one that talks about caravans and people getting robbed while traveling at night on the roads near near Hohenheim, specifically around a small wooded area, not really a forest or woods, but like a thicket of trees, essentially. And that's where these and they've been checked again and again, can't find anything. And then the other one is in regards to a missing family heirloom that someone either has misplaced or stolen and is offering a 5,000 gold reward for the return of said item.
Oh, hot damn.
5G.
Oh my God. That's a lot of money.
The other jobs, the farmer's job does not pay much, unfortunately. It only appears to be paying around 750 gold for the guaranteed stoppage of creatures being taken from the farm and the head of whatever creature has killed these animals so that he knows it's done. The mission where people have been getting attacked and stolen from on the roadways, that offers a prize pool of 2,500.
Ooh.
How close are the other?
Navy
Are those two
SEALs.
missions to Valentrost?
Hohenheim is a little bit. Let me pull up the map.
I guess what I'm asking is,
This is a little
Oh
bit
my
of a
God.
What you were doing?
is it within
Hohenheim
reasonable
is
distance?
Hohenheim is pretty far south.
It
It
is
would be
far
about a
out.
week's travel.
Oh, okay then.
And Valentrost is.
Valentrost is about 3 days travel from Fallcrest.
Which is.
From South Dawn, you'd probably say a week and a half to 2 weeks travel time from here to.
Southwest is South Valentrost, right?
Valentrost is to the northeast.
Oh,
South Dawn is
completely out of
southwest.
the way.
And where's South Dawn and Horn? Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah, not for
I
nothing.
had the total wrong map.
Not
in
for
my
nothing,
mind.
but I feel like we might have more of a
Thank you.
heartier welcome
Thank you.
in Hohenheim. Better chance to gather some more information. It seems like Dyra seemed to be on a path of some sort about going there
Wait, going where? It was
to Hohenheim.
to Hohenheim.
That's where it seems like it'd be the wiser place to go. Walking into some place that's, for lack of a better term, certainly enemy territory until otherwise declared.
Probably true, but ain't that the heart of an adventure? Going where you're not supposed to be meddling?
Yeah, but you also gotta make sure you have the gusto to survive all of that.
Oh, I got gusto.
I don't
I
doubt
ain't
it.
You
lacking
just
that
question
kind
his
of-
fucking gusto.
Come from, Ryan. I didn't even see
Yeah,
that.
follow Ryan. Tell him about our gusto.
No,
He's gonna
seriously.
fucking come over.
Where'd you
there
come
and
from,
say,
by the way?
"You're fucking
That's crazy.
small."
I've been here the whole time, motherfucker.
Oh
Look,
shit.
all I'm saying it
I'll
seems
call a
like
comeback. I've been here for
we're better off
years.
taking it easy for the moment till we know what we're getting ourselves into. That's just my personal takeaway. I don't know what y'all
What?
think of it.
Gusto.
He's 3 sentences back.
Look what you did.
He's on a delay.
You know when you were fighting? That's
Fight?
gusto.
A Rick fight?
No.
No.
Fight equals
sorry,
gusto.
No. It's like
Don't
it's
be
like
sorry.
moxie.
Yeah, don't be-
Gusto.
Yeah.
Okay.
Read gusto. But back to the point.
Well,
We're gonna work on a system here, but we'll figure that out as we travel.
either way, I guess we should wait for our friend Zania as well.
What's on the bottom part?
Yeah, we definitely need to see what's going on with
What do you
him.
mean?
He's got more connections.
All she
Yeah,
can
he might
see
have
is
a better
the
idea.
Oh, on the bottom part of the board?
Situation.
Do you want to
definitely
make an
has
investigation
experience
check?
Yeah.
Okay.
Investigation! Nah.
I was waiting for
How to
the.
keep this thing
Oh, it's a 23.
Oh, only 23.
12.
12.
That's
You look
negation.
through. There are some there are listings for other jobs. Not as well paying as the ones previously mentioned. The 5,000 gold and the 2,500 gold. There are some regarding. Hold on one second. I'll pull it up.
Like I know adventuring's a very
By the way,
money-consuming
in the
business.
Summoning
Mhm.
Stone,
We
I
certainly
ordered
will
a round
need-
of drinks for
we'll need
everybody,
jobs to
and I
stop.
have an empty cup in
But
front
I
of me.
mean,
Just
Okay.
sitting
we
at
should
the
at least
table, just
venture in the
waiting.
correct path.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay.
Towards defeating the enemies. Valentrost.
Again, we don't know what's going on with them.
Well,
It seems like they keep a pretty serious job on their secrets. It's like their
Are
whole
you
shindig.
sure about
well, there's only one way to find out, right?
Ask Dires. Oh. Oh, you meant the other way.
Okay, so at the bottom, There are some calls in Middlebrook to investigate strange footprints that are being left in town. A creature seems to be walking through town at night.
A lot of creatures.
Unfamiliar footprints left in the mud and grass. There is one in Azure Harbor that talks about a band of pirates that have been raiding boats. No.
No.
They're pirates that have been raiding boats off their coast. Anybody who's coming in to bring supplies usually either doesn't make it or makes it with none of the supplies intact. There are a couple here actually from Harveston talking about
I like a last name.
Harveston?
Yeah.
There are a couple here in Harveston talking about how an overrunning of essentially varmints, like small creatures that have been getting into stocks and.
Who used to do that job?
Yep.
Hey, I got.
Apparently, Bobby ain't doing a very good job.
I like her note taking. It's very clear. It says pirates. Pirates.
Well, let's say scribble. Let's say scribble. Pirates, no capital
Yeah,
letters. I
that's
can read.
basically.
Okay, overrunning rodents in Harveston.
Mm-hmm.
Can I ask how much is the one in Middlebrook with the strange footsteps?
The one in Middlebrook leads to.
Problem solved.
Obviously, it's a chupacabra.
Hold on 1 second.
I just want to point out,
It's your problem, honey.
we're on episode 9.
That one. That is actually. That is actually one of the ones that says payment delivered upon finding and capturing of said creature. No payment amount is listed.
That means it's the most.
Nope.
That means they know what it is. It's a chupacabra that's trying to get us out there.
Yeah, it's probably fine.
I point out this one to Leon and say, hey, look at this one in Middlebrook. This one looks like a real mystery too. And wherever we might be going, if we are heading towards Fallcrest or Valentrust, Middlebrook's on the way.
What kind of mystery?
Well,
A Scooby-Doo kind.
somebody walking in. What the heck is Scooby-Doo? Somebody's.
Also, where'd you come from?
My mother.
I'm kidding. Somebody's walking through the town at night, leaving footprints. I mean, it seems.
This is the map, so you know Middlebrook is right there.
Just seems like somebody playing some jokes.
So we're investigating footprints?
There's a sketch of the footprint that's left. It appears to be a webbed toe with 3 prongs, almost 3 toes, webbed, and they give dimensions on it, and the dimensions show that the foot has about a 2.5 foot span.
Oh, it's like a big duck.
Well, anyways, it'd be a good way for us to build some team chemistry.
That's a granddaddy duck.
I don't know.
T-Rex duck.
See, when something presents itself in my face, I gotta go towards the, I don't know.
That's okay.
As you guys are speaking, standing around the board, you see a familiar face kind of just move past you. Excuse me, friends. Sorry to bother you.
Oh!
Just gotta pick up some work real quick. He
Please.
reaches out and he
Go for
grabs.
it.
Actually, he grabs the one regarding people being attacked outside of Hohenheim, and he yanks it off the board and he goes, "You gotta make some money, you know."
That's one for 5,000, right?
That was the one for 2,500.
No, the 5,000 was the heirloom piece.
Heirloom. Oh yeah, recovery of the heirloom. So he just snags that one off the board. 2,500 gold. Are you thinking about signing up for the Legionnaire work?
Geriatric piece of shit.
Yeah, well, it seems.
That mission, no, that's too easy.
Fair enough. 2,500 gold, easy in my pocket.
Yo, good luck with that one.
Thank you kindly. Good luck to you as well.
Maybe we'll cross paths. Who knows?
Who knows, indeed.
I hope not.
Get fisted.
So, Dyrus, you are sitting inside, correct?
Yep.
Make a perception check.
Nope.
Nope.
1.
Okay. You're
I
sitting.
barely. I'm so in like
Nice guy too.
The
not
alcohol
happy with the situation that I'm just not paying attention to anything but the table.
The alcohol is stronger than you thought.
No, didn't drink a drop. So.
No, never mind that.
You are sitting at the table, staring down at the cups, just kind of thinking to yourself. When you hear, "Hello there," and a hand clasps on your shoulder
From behind or from front?
from behind you.
Okay. What kind of seat am I on?
You are on a stool.
Okay.
Backflip.
Backflip.
He's not.
Could be.
How hard did he hit me on the shoulder?
He clamped down pretty hard.
Okay. I turn around and just fist cocked, like look him in the face.
Okay. As you turn around, fist cocked, ready to hit him, you see him rear back, and your fist stops as you were just about to punch your brother Aerox directly in the nose. The familiar face of your brother, tanned skin, slick back black hair, is just kind of there, eyes wide, just whoa, 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 baby brother.
Yeah, you almost fisted your brother's rear.
It's a pleasure to see you. Sorry to sneak up on you. I see tensions are high.
I just lower my arm, and then I go at him with a hug. Like I try to scare him with like I'm gonna go.
He
tackle
jumps a
him,
little bit,
and I
but
just
then
hug him.
he grabs you around the back, and he hugs you.
I just like grab the back of his head, and I'm just like, I just go, "What the hell are you doing here?
I came looking for work.
You found a band to work with?"
Not as of yet. I'm looking around now. I heard this was the place to come, and same thing happened with the next group, unfortunately. It's really hard to find people you can trust.
Tell me about it. I've got a tentative group going on at the moment. 7 of us, well, 6 of us, and then maybe depending on his situation with the military.
No. Retract that thing.
No, that was a real maybe, not a jerk maybe.
Yes, I know. That's why I retracted my middle finger.
But no, it was a tenuous build to this group as well. I didn't even. When did you get here? What?
2 days prior.
You came on a boat?
Yes.
No trouble on the seas?
None that I saw, no.
I have got some story to tell you, and here, sit, and I
All these
slide
drinks
over.
for you.
No. Have you started drinking or?
No.
Oh, well, I suppose I'll get us both a water then. Here, sit, and then I go and grab a cup of waters from the bar.
And you guys start sharing stories.
I tell them all about the boat issues that we had, and just kind of a brief summary of what we've gone through since. And I focus very heavily on the most recent events,
Okay.
especially with the Hohenheim business that I'm planning on.
You see, he looks a little more well-aged, and he has a fresh... I guess, I mean, it's healed over, but you can still see it's pretty fresh. He's got a scar going down his cheek on the left side. And he talks to you about the group he was with and how he was trying to go out and find different ways of earning money, but all they wanted to do was fight at the maw. And the creatures there were terrifying. And
Is that what happened to you? Your face. All right, listen. I know when we talked last, we said we'd split up and make sure we each find our own path to make as much as we can. What do you think about? I have a group that, I have the group that I've been working with, but I also know of another group that's seems, if you can get past the leader's accent, they seem all right, and they've been making a lot of money. So it's, I don't really know much about their morals at the moment, but they seem capable at the very least. If you want to give it a shot, I can tell you where to look for them.
as long as they're decent, they'll be better than the next people. But that's for another time. Let's catch up.
Of course, yes. And I just keep going on, and I tell them all my concerns with the current situation and the business at large, basically.
Fair enough. Back to you guys outside.
And I emphasize, stay away from Valentrost. Don't go near there. I don't care how much they offer you.
Wouldn't dream of it.
Okay.
Yeah. So you guys are outside. You're still discussing which jobs to pick up. Merrick kind of gives you a gracious bow as he pockets the fold and walks back, and you can see his group is a little further off. Barrage is just staring you down. Just wide-eyed staring you down.
I don't think
Hey, Barrage, me buddy! Hey!
You hear a ting in the armor.
He walks up and acknowledges you. He shakes your head, and he sees Eureka, and he nods to you. Glad to see you've recovered.
he's not much in the way of common talk.
He's got a good right hook, though.
Are we gonna fight?
No.
We're still working on some kinks.
No round 2 today?
Not today. Gotta save my strength.
For what?
Where we're going.
For the job they just took.
Oh.
The one that Mary took off the board.
Oh, that job. Have fun with that one. Enjoy.
We'll try to. They kind of turn and walk off.
You better come back alive. I do want a round 2.
You'll get one. And they turn and walk off. And it's up to you guys.
Yeah, we've got some prospects here. I think we.
It's getting a little later in the day now. It's around 3 p.m.
Has he rejoined me or the group yet?
Xanier's with you. He was with you in the bar.
No, he went to get a coat.
I'm so sorry. Yeah. Where are you heading to get a coat?
I don't know where is there to buy a coat.
You can go to Kohl's.
Yeah, those exist.
Gormier and Dahlia Cole, brother and sister, half-orc pair.
No, Tom, not right now.
Tom.
We're on stream. Easy enough. A nice. Are you looking for same colors? Dark blue.
Black.
Black. Okay.
Black Assassin's Creed.
Got you. Okay. You walk in. Easily enough. Just in the interest of time.
It's in the Assassin's Creed section.
Right. Of course.
For cosplayers only.
In the interest of time, 5 silver nets you a very nice dark coat.
It's got ample storage, pocket space.
It's got 2 interior pockets, 2 exterior pockets. It has an optional hood that you can put up and cloak over yourself. It even has a wide-angled Widow's Peak brim down the front.
Does it have, for my dagger, does it have a hole in the side so like I can put my sheath through it so I don't have to worry about?
It does not. You would have to put your hand through the coat. But if you wanted to leave it here for alterations, they could make that ready for you in about 3 days' time.
I don't know how long they got, so. Oh well, I'll take it as is.
Okay. They box it up for you, 5 silver, easily enough. It's about all clothes cost, really.
Yeah.
Hey,
And then
Marcus.
afterwards, you make your way back to the bar, the Summoning Stone, where you know Dyrus was waiting, and you walk in and see him deep in conversation with an older, slightly taller.
He's younger than me.
He's younger. You're the older brother. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, close.
A little bit younger, slightly shorter. Same coloration of the skin. Similar, like everything else. Similar hair color. And, yeah.
My curiosity is very piqued, but I need a nice stiff bourbon right now.
I have
There's
on
one
table
waiting
for
on the
you.
table. Oh, well, it would
Well,
be
no,
a
I
whiskey.
normally drink whiskey. You wouldn't know I was going for bourbon. at the
Oh,
time.
true. So I would have had a whiskey on the table for you.
Anyway, I'm getting a bourbon. I'm still gonna drink that whiskey because my man over here rubbing off on me.
As you go up and order the bourbon, Garros with his one arm puts the glass down on the table, starts pouring. As he's pouring, he looks up at you and he says, heard about what happened, Xanier?
Where travels that fast, eh?
Unfortunately. But, just to let you know,
You owe me a lot of money.
I'm still expecting my tab to be paid. And also, heard your cousin might be coming into town. Let me know if he needs a place to stay.
Will do. Thank you very much.
Slides the glass over to you. This one's on the house.
Cheers, Garrus. Take a sip and walk over to the table.
Alright. Oh, and we're still talking. I don't know if you want to get everyone else in too.
Yeah, well, you guys, it's up to them if they want to come into the bar.
You
They don't know
were
where
gonna
they
say
are.
something, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask, hey Raucus, you've been quiet. What do you want to do? You're a big part of this team.
I think we should go to Hohenheim. 5,000 gold is hard to pass up. Seems like that's where Darius wants to go anyway.
It's better than the monk.
It's better than
It's warming up to you.
I mean, like I
You're
said,
not there.
I know.
we got some prospects. Let's bring them back. We'll see what.
Oh,
the
you're
rest-
saying it when I'm not there.
You
Nice.
just you don't want to just one up the other group, do you?
No. No, I.
Why?
I forgot. No.
Oh, okay.
You-
I quickly answered no,
You sound like
knowing
a
what you're
cowboy.
saying.
No.
Understanding.
All right. If that's what you want to do, I can respect that.
As you guys are talking, actually, you would have seen this. Then you do see, black cloaked but hard to miss, the tall, elven form of Xanier striding forward with his traditional half mask covering his face, and he appears to just,
Does he still have his rifle on him?
Yeah, still has his rifle on him, but not dressed in his standard Imperial clothes. And he just kind of seems to not notice you guys as he moves into the bar, right next to you, the summoning stones.
Well, we found one of them.
Would I have been able to order food for everybody too? It's been a while, I assume.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
So
So there's
general
plates of food.
stuff.
There's plates of food around the
Okay.
whole table as well now.
Okay.
Come on, let's not waste any time. Let's get on in there.
Can I ask a question? If you take the sign from the posting board, like, does that mean you like have to do it, or like you have some obligation, or should you like take it?
That mean, this board, actually, you wouldn't really know the process for how it works.
I think it's just like
Um,
etiquette.
If you're easily enough, if you ask someone, they tell you. Essentially, you're taking the job description, you're bringing it to a dispatcher who signs your group up for that mission and takes it off the listing.
Oh.
So let's take the ones we think we want. We'll bring them back. The ones we don't want, we'll put them back on the board.
Okay.
I think it's an easy way to do it.
I take the one.
Okay. The mysterious footprint.
Mysterious footprint.
And you guys are taking which one?
Which one leads us closer to
Heirloom for Ho.
Heirloom for Hohenheim, and then
And you want to take one too, right?
Mm-hmm. The
cows.
Fall Crest.
mysterious missing animals.
All right.
Cow bones.
So you have
Yeah.
one for
Operation
Fallcrest,
Animal
one for
Farm.
Middlebrook, and one for Hohenheim. You guys take those easily
Operation
enough.
Farmville.
Let's do all of them.
I really think they're all on the way.
It's a little bit out of the way
Yeah.
for the
Yeah.
Hohenheim one,
The
but
whole, yeah.
What was the
Middlebrook
third
and
one?
Fallcrest are straight line to each other.
nearby.
Heirloom for Hohenheim, Operation Animal Farm, and what was the
Operation Animal Farm.
What?
Yours.
Strange
The
Footprints in
one.
Middlebrook.
Yeah, that was yours.
I
Dirt.
prefer Operation,
What was the one that I took again?
I prefer Operation Ivy.
Oh, okay.
I don't get it.
No, I get it.
Banned.
Oh.
Nope.
All right. So you guys head into the summoning stone with your papers in tow. At the table in the far side of the room, again, that ethereal music from nowhere seems to be just playing in the atmosphere. You see Dyrus speaking with a gentleman who looks strikingly similar, if not a little bit younger than him. And Xanier is sitting at the table as well now with a glass of whiskey and a glass of bourbon in front of him.
Man, there's just a lot of doubles so far. First Orion and you, Leon, and now Darius and his new friend over there.
What you mean?
Does your brother also have wraps around his arms?
No.
He's not a monk.
No. Well, yes, he is, but no. He
Yeah,
doesn't
yeah,
have
yeah.
the rest.
Go there and
Okay.
find something out.
Oh yeah.
Let's do that. Darius!
Raucus, this gentleman actually, you remember. The gentleman that he is sitting with. Dyrus came to your forge in order to forge his sword initially. This gentleman also came and forged out of a very light material, a longbow. So that he is with him a metallic longbow.
It's
Metallic
equally shittily made,
longbow.
but slightly better than mine.
And you know this is his brother, whose name you remember, Arif, something.
Aries.
You can't fully remember. Didn't really care at the time.
Darius, there you are.
Oh,
Hey.
this
Oh,
is.
is this?
Yes, this is the rest of them. Please,
There we
everyone,
are.
take a seat. I've ordered you all drinks and food. Please.
Oh, you are too kind.
Well, I do. I
How about
kind
you
of.
stormed off in a hurry to get us some food? You didn't have to.
No, that would have been weird. But no, I just felt I should apologize, and this is the best way to apologize is with food and drink, right?
I can't
I've
argue that.
The
I've
drinks
flew
are
into
here.
The customs a bit.
The
here.
food is actually on its way out right now, and as it's walking out, the server, not Corbin Garros, another server, is walking. She has that familiar rose circlet bracelet, and as she's carrying your food to the table, she's carrying one plate, and the rest are just sort of levitating around, floating around the dishes. And she kind of moves her hand around, and they all just ting, 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 around the table.
That's
Marik
Arik.
learned.
That's
I'm sorry?
Arik.
Marik learned.
How? What?
Who wants to learn your magic trick?
I think he wants to know about the
Oh,
flying plates.
It's actually this ring right here, and you can see there's a ring that she's carrying that has it's got 5 little hands on it. Look like human hands, just kind of around the edge of the ring, 5 of them. And she goes, "It's just a little thing. You focus on it, and you can cast multiple instances of the spell Mage Hand."
Marik need me hand?
I'm sure you could learn Mage Hand the spell, but unless you could get a ring like this, and she pulls it off and shows you, it'd be very difficult for you to do.
Where would one acquire such an item?
Where'd you get it?
I personally got it from Wantmart, but you can take a look around and see what other items they have. This was the only one they had there at the
We'll
time.
be sure to stop off on there before we leave. Thank you.
Fine work they do there. It's a really nice
Constantly
place.
roll back prices.
All right.
Their emblem is a big smiling face.
No!
Oh, it's getting worse.
With the blood drip on it, so it's just to watch.
Oh.
Our prices are rollbacks just like our wages our workers make.
Yay.
So,
Thanks for watching D&D.
Where we comment on Walmart and the fucking terrible
Walmart.
people that they are. Anyway, what did I say? Anyway,
I don't know. You're about to introduce
I'm
us
so
to the
sorry.
friend.
I'm terribly rude. Arok's Arcanscape. And he extends a hand out.
they're
to
more
you.
of the. They just do that.
I mean,
I've
I'm
never
fine with it.
Some of them do. You have
Pleasure
to
to
just
meet
kind
you
of
all.
gauge it.
Absolutely.
Yes. You just have to gauge
Pleasure
it
to
by
meet you
person,
all.
yes.
Similar-
And you remember Roettger?
I do. Thank you so much. And he kind of takes out the bow and tells you it's.
He's much meaner now than he was before.
Oh, that's okay. We all go through hardships. It's still holding strong. A little worse for wear, but thank you so much for your assistance.
You got it.
Of course he's gonna be nice now. No, just kidding.
So y'all are related, it seems.
Oh, this is my brother. Yes.
Well, who's the older one?
That would be him.
I'm older by
Alright.
2 years.
There you go.
Yeah. It's been a little while. Not too long. Maybe half a
Injured man
year.
too?
Maybe. What?
Injure man 2.
I don't think
Yes.
anyone's injured.
Yes.
Injured man.
Oh.
Why you keep calling him injured man?
He's got the wraps.
Always injured.
It's the arm wraps. It's
Because your wing is wrapped like his arms.
That makes sense now.
Birdman,
please everyone eat.
I like you.
Oh, I'm digging in.
Bourbon
And
delicious.
shoveling.
So I
As you-
apologize. I do have to get into a little bit of business with them if that's.
Please take your time. I'm staying in town, not here. I just heard this was the place to come if you're looking for work.
Please eat, and I just walk away with him for a second.
Okay.
Um,
Can I have
I'll
a
be right
moment?
back.
Can
I'll
I have
be
a
right
moment
back.
with you?
Yes. So ask around for Merrick von Sant.
Mr.
Merrick von
Arcanscape.
Sant.
He
Okay.
has a group called Merrick's Men. There's him and
Missed
4
it.
others. You can't miss one of them. It's a big blue dragonborn man. He's quite strong.
I saw him the other day.
If you look around
Walking
for
around.
them, that they have a big direwolf with them as well.
It's not how
Um,
birds drink.
Just ask for Merrick von Sant. That's the group that they should be heading out pretty soon. If you do want to, check in with them and see if they'd be looking to take on another hand, at least for this mission, just to test it out. That would be my first suggestion. But don't go too far.
I'm sorry. I hate to ask.
Yes.
How much have you raised for mother and father?
That's the sad part. It's honestly not. Just above 300 gold pieces. It's
It's more than I have.
we've both fallen on hard times then. I've been looking for things to sell. I've been working in a jewelry store around here. I know, ironic. But do what you know, right?
Can't hurt.
I think
every gold counts.
Of course. And I think my group is looking to possibly sign up as legionnaires, so maybe, hopefully, a large influx coming soon. And
I saw them.
What? Mom and Dad?
Before I left on Jasir, I visited them. They allowed me to speak with them. They're doing well.
Are they?
As well as can be.
As well as can be expected, yeah.
They told me to send their love. But thank you for this.
Did
I will
you-
try and find them.
Did you happen to see, what's it, I have to remember the name. The Natashka family? I shudder to even ask, but did you see them?
I thought you might have heard.
Shit. Should I know? Or should I know?
Her father has found her an engagement. They get married in 1 year's time. I'm so sorry, Dyrus. He reaches out, he puts a hand on your shoulder.
I guess it's what I should have expected. A year's time, you say?
1 year's time.
Thank you. Tell him a Jasiri.
He wanders away.
It's Rem Tahan Jasiri.
No, it's... You have them mixed up. Rem Tahan Jasiri is the greeting.
You told me different. Alright, either way. Well, then I said
Telhima Jezere is the... Yeah, Rem Tahan Jasiri is...
I can speak gibberish too.
home misses you or something similar.
I have Telhima Jasiri, home awaits you, and Rem Tahan Jasiri's home is with us always.
Yes, sorry.
Okay, so yeah.
I have to go back in and look through the
Gotcha.
messages I sent you.
Yep,
Yes,
no
you're
problem.
right. Rem
So-
Tahan Jasiri.
And I walk back over to the table.
Okay. Dyrus returns to the table.
What food?
Right now, you're
I don't
currently
even know what I
eating.
ordered.
You're currently eating chicken.
And
What?
would 2 gold
Chick-
cover drinks and food?
Huh?
Or gold or 2 what would cover
This-
Oh yeah.
Nobody tell him.
Okay. It's good, right?
Delicious, ain't it?
What do you
What?
think? A gold or 2 would
Chicken.
cover all the food and drinks?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Animal?
2 gold would be a generous
Yeah.
tip.
Okay, then I'll do that.
I make good berries,
Protein.
So,
and I give one to him.
Is
What do I
bird.
have?
No,
Good berry.
no!
Eat.
don't you ruin this.
Don't do this to me,
Terrible.
man.
Now he's full.
Not
We're gonna have an
gonna,
existential crisis on our hands.
not gonna lie,
You
my
eat,
friend.
you eat the good berry and the food in front of you
Instantly
now
turned
is
off.
yeah.
Oh, thank God. All right.
Chick.
So
That's
that
what
was-
they eat. That's what they serve
I
here.
know. So that was your brother. Well, I'm sorry, I didn't catch his name. There was a little,
Oh,
whirlwind going on there.
yeah, his name is Erox.
Paradox.
Yeah, he's an adventurer as well, but he's off to maybe find another adventuring party, see if he can find another group.
Is he your only brother?
Yeah, that's my only brother.
You got any sisters?
I don't. It's just us 2.
How about mom and dad?
Wow. You're just going
What?
in right now.
What happens to them?
No. I
Breathe.
said, what about mom and dad?
Oh yeah, they're back at home.
Yeah.
Got a family of adventuring going on here. Is that the?
Well,
Thing?
just him and I.
Also,
Mom
y'all
and dad.
First generation.
Yeah.
I can relate.
Yeah. Well, mom and dad are merchants, or were merchants, I should say.
Can you get anything with that bow, unlike you and your sword?
Got him.
I don't know. I haven't seen him do it, so I don't know.
Have
Are
you
you
ever
guys
fought with
close?
your brother?
What?
Have you ever fought with your brother?
Not with our weapons. Only hand to hand, and we're pretty equal in that aspect. He's pretty good hand to hand, but I've never seen him shoot it, honestly. Just when we were in your shop, just practicing with its actual elasticity and everything. But yeah,
He's lucky to be alive.
aren't we all? Anyway,
Well,
I'm
yeah,
sorry.
you kind
we've-
of huffed off in a hurry there.
Yes, and I apologize. I hope this is good enough for my apology. I think I've seen the customs here is buy a drink for the people you've wronged, or food, or anything.
Well, we just want to make sure you're in a good state of mind. Is everything?
Oh,
You all right? What's got you down?
not so much right now, but that's neither here nor there. The point is, I just don't want to be around the authority figures right now. I don't feel like they're taking this seriously.
Well, then we have a couple of jobs lined up that you should take a look at.
Jobs?
I want my paper
Lady
out.
and gentlemen,
There are 3 papers scattered out amongst you, each one described as, you take a moment to read through them. And the 5,000 gold for the heirloom definitely catches your eye.
I point at my duck thing.
I just moved past it to get to the 5,000 gold one. Okay. I read that one.
Okay.
That's
This
in
one
Hohenheim?
strikes a particular interest to you. It is in Hohenheim. It does carry a 5,000 gold purse, and it does have to deal with lost or stolen family heirlooms.
I'm partial to this one. Have we made a decision yet? Or?
no, we wanted to get everyone's opinion on it first.
Well, first of all,
this is.
these are all for Legionnaires, and we haven't signed up yet. Are we even allowed to take these?
Is that how that works? You have
Daniel?
to sign up and everything?
Yes.
What?
How's this Legionnaire business work?
I'm drinking.
It doesn't-
That's okay.
So-
I've actually inquired about that already, so I
Oh,
can
all right.
explain.
Perfect.
Basically, we have to sign up as a group. We're gonna have to come up with a group name also.
Oh, I'm terrible with names.
Because they refer to us by name, and then we can take these jobs, go out, complete the jobs, come back, show proof that we've completed whatever the task may be. Some of them, I guess, we get paid on the job. I don't really know exactly how that particular part works, but once we're Legionnaires, we can take whatever missions we want. And
I got it. Bestow on the boys. And Phelan.
I will shoot you.
Bestow it, the boys, and fail.
I kind of like it. No.
that was quite an
Is that-
adventure in itself.
Is that girl a boy too?
Yes.
That was really a roller coaster. Started low, and then it just stayed low.
and then went down.
I don't know if you know the definition of roller coaster.
He didn't say it was an exciting roller coaster.
You ever make a really shitty roller coaster in Roller Coaster Tycoon? That's what you just did.
No, I've never made
Isn't
shitty
that just the toy
Only
trap?
made
have
great
any
ones.
I purposely just destroyed them and have people
So,
anyway.
I know we did talk about, I know we talked about becoming a group as well.
Can you buy it today?
By the way, yeah, can I get a whatever you grab first?
A body fluid too, God. I need
At this
Thank you.
moment, I'd like to say Bopanier has a great idea for the Gizmoochineers.
Oh.
Smoochineers.
Actually, Midnight Panda, but it was come forth through Bopanier. Because he said the Gizmooches.
Ooh.
Anything else?
around. pass
Yes,
them
whatever
around.
you can grab for me.
I
I
got
don't
a
care.
body
Some
fluid as well.
some soda type
Thank
drink.
you.
2 more body
Yeah, that's
fluids.
fine.
Dose more body fluids.
2 L's, please.
We're out of body fluid.
2 L's.
Sweet.
Oh, wait, one more.
Did you want one or no?
I
No, they got one.
You didn't?
I did.
Everyone
It's
else
okay.
got one.
I've been
I'd like
very good
to
with this.
throw out
I
a
don't know
quick-
what
You want a barrel?
No, split it.
No.
Like,
Oh, that's great. That's the worst flavor.
Yeah, but
Also, at this moment, I'd like to throw out a quick thank you to all the donos that have
Oh, do it.
Oh yeah, please. While we're getting water, donations.
Who got the
Throw
donuts?
up the
We
donuts.
got 400 bits, Regitators.
Taters.
We got a solid $5 from, I think, Midnight
okay, don't worry.
Panda. So, thank you.
Thank you guys.
No, drink fucking
Thank you,
water,
home
Jim.
skillets.
I'm
Why don't you
stronger
guys
than
split it? You
drink
both
the
have
damn
cups.
water.
You do both have cups. You're right.
I haven't
Mine's
fucking
full of-
had
Whoa!
it.
Whoa!
Language.
Whoa. Oh.
Also,
Ruckus gets hit by a boulder.
into the bar.
Two boulders. Well, then
Two boulders.
That's happened.
Two boulders, please.
Somebody did get hit by a boulder
That
and
did
inside a
happen last
building
campaign.
That's true.
and got turned into goo.
It's true.
So, I know we talked about becoming a group officially, and if we want to take one of these jobs, I say we start discussing the merits of each. And
I got it. Fall Crest, I'm glad we're all in agreement.
It seems- I don't think
I'm
anyone's
sorry, I
on
don't.
there.
Let's pick a group name
Don't-
first. Come on.
Well,
Like the Expendables.
That just sounds like we're.
Are we respectable?
if we can't come up with one, I think they assign us one, and then
Oh.
we can change it later.
I have to leave the group.
We don't even know what it is yet, but okay. I appreciate that preemptive leaving of the group. No, but I just.
Crash
You all saw what I saw, right? It wasn't just me. There's something wrong with that whole situation.
Oh, that
Oh,
whole
yeah.
thing is freaky.
That's why we're gonna go to Valentrost and find out.
Which is why we should go to Hohenheim
I'm
and
sorry.
get as much
Nothing,
information
man.
as possible.
Well, I'm more of a straight
That's-
route kind of guy, and
I'm more-
Valentrost is that way. Hohenheim is not so much.
Hohenheim is definitely
Right.
safer.
Not even the safer part, but just the information part, and also the support part, because it doesn't seem like we'd have much support from here, and also there's nothing to be gained in Valentrost as it looks here.
Well, to be fair, adventuring's never been about being safe. Just throwing it out there.
That's true, but going into the belly of
Spoken
the
like a
beast
true
before-
adventurer on his third day of
third
it.
day. Yeah.
I'm
cool.
I
I'm an
agree with what you're
adventurer.
saying, but at the same time, I don't think we're ready for that type of mission. I really don't think we should walk into the belly of the beast, especially we've been fighting together for like a week and a half,
Well,
a month.
That's
I
why
guess,
we go
but-
through extensive training.
Well, I'm not. Who's going and fighting? I'm just saying. He just put up a front saying that he's the good guy. The last thing he's going to want to do at this moment is be aggressive. He's trying to put up a front right now. So the safest time in my mind is right now.
To be aggressive to military and other leaders is one thing, but we're just a bunch of people walking in at that point.
Exactly.
Well,
We're just a bunch of
Mother
people
said,
walking in.
If
We're not
we go
causing any
missing,
trouble.
ain't nobody gonna know.
The room mother said that the last group that went there disappeared.
Wait, I
Maybe
thought she said
we should listen to
the
Virus.
next. Wait, isn't she sending a new group? I don't think they disappeared yet.
Both.
The information was that they're sending a group,
Oh.
and if that group were to disappear,
yeah, I misunderstood
that
you,
would be
actually.
something for
I
the war.
misunderstood.
Well-
I take it back.
Trust my combat experience. We're not ready to go to Valentros yet.
We
I-
can't even decide
I-
on a team name.
Yeah,
We can't get a team name down. I don't know.
Oh, I've
Even
got
so.
that figured out.
Into-
Team Warhammer.
I feel like everybody just kind of just wants to be.
I
in charge
actually
for
don't
some-
mind that name.
Actually, throw me in for Warhammer.
The name
Well,
is-
I appreciate your tenacity and your desire to go straight into the heart of it, but I'm really not willing to risk all of our lives for that at this moment. I'd rather get a little bit stronger at the very least before we go directly there.
You guys are
I'm
all-
not saying not go. I'm just saying delay it a little bit and look for backup and look for information first.
Well, that's the thing. You guys are all talking about fighting. We don't have to fight at all.
We don't know.
We
that.
should-
But
So
are
we
you
know
willing
what
to
they're
risk
up
all
against.
of our lives on that bet? Because I'm not.
If
We
to
don't
save
know.
even one person from an attack, damn right.
But we have all of these papers from other places saying that they need help too.
Leon, I'll
We
be
have
honest.
nothing from Valentros saying that they need help. In fact, if we're to believe them, which I don't, but if we're to believe them, everything's great there.
I'm gonna be honest. We are not like we may have stopped the gargoyle attack, but let's be fair. That's only because we had city guards by our side. Oriana Thorn was there. Like, if we took that by ourselves, we wouldn't be having this conversation right now.
You'd be turned into a fine pink mist if we did this now.
We would not be having this
Look,
kind
my
of talk.
my mission statement when I asked it to start this group was that everybody agree, and it doesn't look like that's going to happen. So we have to come to a consensus somehow.
Team Otter.
We'll work on the name in a second.
If you're,
You notice I'm halfway
You
down
already
with a
have
glass of
one, but I would
whiskey
give
now.
you another one.
What, for Team Otter?
Just the
Just the fact that everyone else
timing.
is talking
You
about
son of a
everything.
The
bitch.
timing. It was perfect timing.
Honor system
Oh.
works.
I didn't give her another one.
2 more boulders, please.
2 boulders.
2 more boulders, please.
Well, let's hear from everybody because I clearly
No,
we're
that's-
not seeing eye to
that's
eye.
fair.
Let's hear from everybody. What does everybody else want to do? And let's see what
If your
we can
goal is
come
to
it.
save lives, and we go into Valentros, and we step on the wrong toes, could we cost more lives in the long run?
You could end up starting a war knowing that your legionnaires working before you appeared.
Xander's a soldier.
Well, no one has to know anything. And also, the other mission that we'd be choosing has nothing to do with us just visiting Valentros. But that is a point, but we could step on people's toes anywhere we go. It doesn't really necessarily have to be Valentros.
Anywhere
Alright.
we go, right now we'd start an all-out war besides Valentros.
All right. Well, let's. Phelan, what do you think?
Middlebrook.
Otter.
It seems the two prevailing ideas are to make our way towards Valentros by way of Middlebrook or wherever we should find work, I guess.
Fallcrest.
Fallcrest, sure, wherever it may be, or Hohenheim to take this job, which clearly pays the most, and I have a vested interest in their leader there. Vosk seems to have more information for us, and he did request that we go there specifically to find out that information. So,
Oh,
Just-
he did?
he
Yeah.
did. I was,
Oh,
I was-
that's some information.
Yeah, I was hoping
Oh.
not to have to go there. I was hoping we'd get there on our own, but yeah, he did specifically request that we go there if we're looking to
What-
save lives.
What
really.
for specifically?
You know how we all saw through really Valen's guise.
Yeah.
His ruse, whatever you want to call it.
The shenanigans.
Well, clearly the council did not.
That guy have no roost.
That guy. So Vosk did not saw through it as well, and he knows exactly what Valen is, as do all of us. The council seems to either not know or not care, or not be willing to do something about it right away. Now, I'm not saying that we're the ones that need to do something about it, but I think we should get some more information first, and then maybe work our way towards there. So with that in mind, what do you think?
I agree. Information first on this man. What's his name in Hohenheim?
Oh, Vosk, Lord Vosk, Leopold Vosk.
That's important.
Oh, that's what Leopold.
And I guess because we said we were going to do things as a group, that actually matters. So how many of us raise your hand if you think that we're ready?
So mad for what he's about to do.
As a
Go
group.
ahead.
Do anything.
Fight what? Is my question.
Something big.
I'm not sure what we're raising our hand for. To go to
If you feel like we're fully prepared as a group to go and fight,
to walk into Valen Trust?
yeah.
No, I don't think so.
So then the logical course of action would be to do something else.
To not go to Valen.
To not go to Valen Trust.
Well, I mean, also on a personal vestige of information, I pull out the book that Orion gave me.
Okay.
And we'll flip to the page with the heirlooms.
Okay.
And put it down on the table.
Sure. You guys see an old tome displayed in front of you, and on the front of it are two very on the page that he's turned to are two very ornate-looking short swords. A picture of them drawn in, and you at least can recognize the handle pretty distinctly.
Okay.
Raucous as well, because he saw them up close, and you tend to take an eye for craftsmanship. These you saw these blades around the waist of one of the leaders from the council, Leopold Vosk.
And then I will flip to Varys.
Okay.
Eyes
And
blue.
you see. Oh, you yourself are flipping to Varys.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm willingly swapping out here.
Gotcha.
I don't know how many of you are perceptive enough to notice these two blades sit at the side of Leopold Vosk.
Mm-hmm.
These two blades belong to me. So in a personal interest, I would like to pay the man a visit and discuss an arrangement with him.
Now,
It
by
would aid greatly
discuss an arrangement,
when you talk to someone.
I'm just clarifying
With
because
words.
I've
Yes.
seen you talk to somebody with his sword as well, and that's why I need
The
to
only
clarify.
time I've spoken to someone with a sword, they weren't exactly human.
I understand. I just wanted to clarify. That's all.
You did a good job, though.
Okay. So.
Whiskey.
In the veil of you all being in the know.
Mm-hmm. All right. Now, at the risk of knowing what's to come of this, Harik, what do you think?
Harik, save Ari.
Anyone?
Who's Ari?
I don't
Ari.
know.
His commander. Must be his commander. I remember you talking about that.
Ari, commander.
That.
Where is
Yes.
he? Did I miss this conversation?
I think that was in their language, so
The
I
other-
don't think
Right.
Well,
Yeah.
the translator, I think,
The
said
translator.
I wasn't sure if they talked by
The
themselves.
translator
about
was
this.
speaking to him in Arakokra language.
Did he?
No,
relay
he was,
it?
but the translator was translating back and forth to.
Oh, that's
Yeah, I
right.
said
Oh,
he-
so then we do
So-
know. Okay.
So yeah,
okay,
you've
gotcha.
heard the name Ari before it was
And we
mentioned
know
in
it's
the
in
in the
Valentine.
council room.
Yeah.
It is another Arakokra that came through his portal with him that is being held in Valentrost according to spies.
Didn't
Yes.
come with me. Somehow, I don't know how this one ended up here.
Yes.
So we know.
The other one. Yes.
Why, yes.
You also know that she's
Right.
held in Valentrost.
Right.
I don't think we're ready yet.
Eric, I don't want to speak for everyone, but I want to help your commander just as much as any of us. But I really don't think we're equipped right now to walk into Valentrost, and if this
Dagger?
thing is a prisoner, I really don't think we're going to be able to just take. It's a her, right? Yeah. I don't think we're going to take her out of Valentrost without a fight.
Erik fight?
Erik gets stronger, then Erik fight.
If this were normal circumstances, I could walk into Valentrost and open the door and pull her out for you.
Erik need magic. Erik save Erik.
Yes, in order to get the magic. I wonder, can you understand me and just not respond properly, or can you not understand me very much?
Erik standing.
There's a language
Okay.
barrier.
Well, I wasn't sure if he just understood it and didn't know how to respond in our language, or just didn't understand and tried to respond.
We should probably inquire.
How Erik stand under?
We should probably inquire some of these magic shops to see if they have any sort of language comprehension.
We should.
Gus Smooch.
Unfortunately, I really don't
Gus
have
Smooch.
the money
He understands.
to buy this type of item, but maybe down the road, if we do have some money, we can buy something for him so we can understand him a little clearer.
It
But
would certainly help.
for the meantime, I really think. Raucus, you said Hohenheim. You agree? Garrett/Varus. You said Hohenheim.
You know where my interests stand.
I know you said Hohenheim as well.
Yes, sir.
Leon, of course, if you say no, then we'll keep on discussing. But has any of this convinced you, or?
Who has Celine's diary?
Oh, her diary. You have, I think.
Yes.
Yeah, Phelan's
Yes,
got that.
I have her bow.
Could I see Celine's diary for a second?
What do you want?
I just wanna take a look.
Okay.
Hand it over.
I just wanna make a point. If we waste time in Hohenheim and something happens that we could have prevented, this we couldn't have prevented. Or maybe we could have, I don't remember. But
Nice.
if there's something we can prevent, I'm not gonna let us hear the end of it.
Leon, what can we do? What? Of course, it's an unpredictable situation. How can we know if we can prevent something if it does or does not come to pass?
Going in now would be
it's
a
an impossible
suicide mission.
So if we go to Valentrost and something happens in Hohenheim, are you still going to blame yourself? It's a never-ending circle.
You can't save everyone.
All I know is that if the goal is right there and I can see it, going this way doesn't help me.
Leon,
But going towards the goal and dying doesn't help either. It doesn't help anyone.
Leon, you don't help anyone when you're dead.
I'm not dying. I'm not letting anyone die.
You already let one person die.
Not letting another.
Jesus. Good God.
I think we should go to Hohenheim as a group and become stronger to help
There's
you achieve your goal.
There's two options I see. One, we go to Hohenheim, and if something happens, you chew our ears out. So be it. Or two, we go to Valentrost, and you end up like that girl in the book. Easy. Which one do you want? You're no good to anyone dead. Be realistic.
I'll agree with all the other points, but again, I never said anything about fighting. I just want to go to the source and see for myself.
So then...
But
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I am down to Hohenheim if I can chew your ears out.
I would have it no
I
other
don't
way.
think we have a choice either way on that, but I just want to say, even if we go to Valentrost with the intention of not fighting, what if something does happen? Are we obliged to protect the people? Are we obliged to step in and interfere? Because if so, then we are going to fight. 90%, more than likely.
From under the table, I say, let's just agree.
You hiding under the table.
I checked to see if she's not
And,
there.
and look, if
She's
even
not.
if it amounts to nothing, even if we at least complete the mission, at least it's a little bit more gold in our pockets, so that we can get even stronger. We can buy maybe some magical items and move our way towards
Magic.
Valentrost. And I know Reek's with me on that.
Definitely
and,
something to fix this, because I can't do this all the time.
But I'm just saying, I'd rather go, if we're going to go to Valentrost, I'd rather be prepared than not prepared. And
I'll go with the group, just saying it's not how I go about things, but I'm down to give it a try.
alright.
We need to research what we have to be getting into. We can't just walk into a fight blind. Even if we're not intending to fight, a fight could happen. We don't know what's going to happen.
Again, disagree.
Research.
I've actually been there,
Well-
so I know.
Now that we've come to some general
never been
consensus,
No, I mean in the fight thing.
Gotcha.
Like, you don't know.
switch back to Gary. I think we gotta move on to now figuring out this name thing. I think that's the best course of action at this point. We'll move on to a little lighter topic. It seems like we need
Do you
to
want to take a break and we can
diffuse
discuss
some
it?
of this.
We're gonna take a quick 5-10 minute break so people can use the bathroom. I gotta use the bathroom. and then
name us the
The
Bergmans.
smooches.
we're gonna try and figure out a name, and you'll all be blessed with it when they come back.
Let's call
There you go.
ourselves the Critical Miss.
I really thought he said 30. Why is he counting down from 30?
30.
Oh, we're back?
Oh.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back. We have the players have decided on a name, which we'll get into.
Yeah.
Which we'll get into. So
Fucking guy.
after a little more talk and fanfare, a name is decided upon. Is there anything else anybody wanted to do for the day? Did you want to register today, or you want to register in the morning and then
I think
head
in the
out?
morning, probably, right?
Yeah, they're probably closed now. It's best to just get it started bright and early.
Okay.
I'll buy another round for everybody also.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna put
And then
the jobs we're not taking back on the board.
Fair
So
enough.
much whiskey.
You guys,
Sorry we were gone.
you guys can get another, grab another room for the night at the Summoning Stone. You guys grab a couple rooms, I believe.
Yeah.
think
This
it's
is
just
actually my
2.
first night in Summingstone. I've been staying in the church,
Okay.
so I don't know who am I bunking with.
It's up to you.
Oh, you might actually need
Options
to
yours.
We can bunk together.
Okay.
There you go. Guess me and you again.
We have room for one more in our room too. I'm gonna take up too much space.
Eyebrows.
I'm staying at the church.
So, you guys all turn in for the night, unless anybody else has anything they want to do.
Well, not most, but some of them.
Nope. Somebody use that one.
Eric.
Every day.
Oh,
Every
come
night.
on.
I'm gonna have some conversation with you. I'm gonna try this.
Okay.
As you pass on to sleep, you're sleeping comfortably for a while, and then you begin to dream about the day you came to the prime material plane. The passage through the portal where you had that crash. And before, when you tried to remember the crash, it was nothing. It was blank. You remember waking up and your wing hurting with Alika next to you. But now you remember more details. As time has passed and you begin to think on it, and this name, Airy, you remember coming through this portal. And the first thing you see, something you're familiar with now, is a tree, but unfamiliar with at the time. You remember shielding Alika from the blow as you struck into the tree. You remember a great deal of pain as your wing shattered. You could hear the cracking of bone and twigs as you tumbled to the ground. And as you laid there, struggling to come to consciousness, one thing, just one memory, resurfaces to your mind. From the ground, you open your eyes and you can see Alika. She's talking with someone you recognize. Airy. You don't remember how she got there, and you don't know how much time has passed, but you do see her hand her something familiar. A small amulet that you now wear around your neck. Airy gives it to Alika before your consciousness fades out. You awake suddenly at night. I believe, who are you staying with?
I don't know.
It's probably Zane.
I said
Well,
there was
whoever
room
you were
for-
staying with.
Typically, I end up in Raucus's room.
Whoever you were staying with there, sound asleep for the night. You get jolted awake with a large. Was that you examining it?
Yeah.
Do you want to, like, take a moment to examine it, or not? Do you want to just look at it, or do you want to do an investigation check?
I mean, I would probably just look at it, like, you know, turn it over and see if it says anything on the other end. But as far as I know, it's just it's a white amulet, right?
It is a white amulet with gold encrusting around it. It's thick. It's about this big. About this wide.
Is this?
Think
Oh,
with two C's?
No, just one and a K
I
after
probably
it.
don't need it open. That's a 20.
A 20. As you go to turn it over, you grab it like top and bottom, and as you go to flip it, you feel your finger press in a little bit on the little latch where the chain hangs on the pendant, almost like it moves a little bit. And as you apply a little bit more pressure, you hear a click. And the front door of the amulet swings open.
Now I'm gonna open it.
Fuck.
You open it. So you're saying in Raucus and Garrett's room?
Oh no. Yes.
Boom.
Sounds about the sound of it.
You two are both awoken instantly by the sound and feeling of what appears to be a hurricane inside your room. As you open the amulet, wind
In
kicks
the
up.
hotel?
Again,
So,
John!
where are you opening the book?
Second hotel!
This is gonna be expensive.
Wind kicks up almost immediately
And
as you
that's
expose it to the
Yup.
air. The sounds of spinning air fill the room. Things get thrown off the bed. The covers are blown immediately off of Raucus and Garrett.
Raucus is completely
What the hell's
naked.
going
An
on?
end table next to the bed is flipped over and pushed against the wall
He has a
with
14-inch
force
slaw.
until you just instinctually close it back closed, and then everything stops.
Wings open, huh? What's happening?
Birdman, what
What
the
was
hell
that?
I don't know.
Are you kidding? You don't know? How the hell did you say I don't know?
I don't know, man!
That's what you're hooked on?
What was that?
What in the God's name was going on?
This.
Oh.
And I open it again.
Close the wings. Oh. Yes, okay. Oh.
Can you please open it again?
There's one thing you did notice when the room kicked up and the air kind of spun around. Ever since you've been on the prime material plane, you notice it smells differently here in the prime material plane than it did in your home world. There's a familiar scent to the air that's kicked up and dusted around the room. It smells like home.
Well, we're gonna have to pay a nice cleaning fee for this one.
Yeah, the room is
Ah,
pretty fucked.
Honestly, that's what it looks like happened in here.
I'm sorry, I can't
Where's
even.
Thorn?
Dutch orgy.
Thorn? Next to the bed, like on the floor.
It's going.
Sword.
Oh.
don't do that again, man. It's late.
Marik, sorry.
It's okay.
What
What
was
is
that?
that thing?
Nah.
Where did you get that? Varys has been asking about it for a hot minute now. Where did you get that?
Airy?
Okay. What the hell is it?
Maybe Varys should take a look.
Yeah. May I?
Take
not-
it off your
take
neck,
it off.
Birdman! What are you doing?
I grab it by the hand. I don't want to like touch it. I'm like,
Okay.
where is the activation switch on this?
I touched the button.
I immediately close it. No, I just wanted you to show me.
This time I just grab a sheet, throw it on my face, and throw it out.
I thought it was gonna be a scream pillow.
You guys are like yelling at a puppy. He's just like, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I'm just trying to do what you're telling me.
So the sheet lands on him and kind of folds over his form like a third grader's ghost costume.
Good, that'll keep him occupied for a few seconds. Don't move. I'm gonna try to examine this thing. See
Go
if
ahead and
I-
make an investigation check.
Alrighty.
As he's looking at it, I want to sense the magic off of it.
Okay.
I'm gonna start cleaning the room.
Fair enough.
Cleaning the room, you said?
Yeah.
Nice.
An 8?
Yeah.
You're not too familiar with jewelry or any sort of magical effect that would make this happen. But Varys can read Celestial, correct?
Yes. Well, so can Garrett.
So can Garrett.
Awesome.
You know the symbol on the front is the Celestial word for air.
I got a 22 for Arcana.
Arcana?
Yeah.
When the locket
No
is
idea.
closed, you sense nothing. But in the brief instant that you click it open again and go, oh, close it, you get that a strong, sudden gust of magical power.
Well, so this is interesting. It's always been a mystery to me how I know how to read some of these symbols and words, but there's helped me fill in that information. But anyway, it says air on here.
Well, you got that right.
Yeah, no, we figured that one out the hard way. but I don't know. This has some sort of connection to his home world. I don't know if it's
Your home air.
Small portal. Yeah.
It's your home air. What does that mean?
The air, the plane of air. Where he's from.
So the air, when he presses that, is the air from where he's from. How did you get all that air into that box?
Do we notice a difference?
This is the most raucous way to answer
You do notice that the smell in the room now is different. Before, it kind of smelled like two big sweaty dudes and a life-size chicken.
Which one is which?
And now it's.
But now there is a distinct smell in the room. It smells very pure. Smells like essentially nothing. It smells like
air?
Yeah. It smells like very clean, fresh breeze.
Can I get some of that?
Take it in for a second, like really.
It's gonna be like space balls.
It's definitely changed a bit.
Yeah.
Air.
I don't like it.
She's going from suck to blow.
I would highly recommend not opening this inside buildings. Open it outside.
I take the necklace and I go outside.
You didn't see play with not now. No. No. No.
Eric fly.
Now we're gonna go back to sleep. And we'll deal with this in the morning. Not now.
I take the
Rock
necklace
us
and I
back
put it
down
on.
here.
I take the necklace and I put
Are
it
you
back
gonna
on.
press that button?
No.
Birdman.
I just get character.
I like reach for the whip. No.
You gonna beat an animal? What the fuck's the matter with you?
You're not an animal.
Maybe a reek sleep.
Bird.
We're
Yes.
all animals.
He's a grown chicken.
We'll leave it. It's okay.
That's
We'll leave it as it is for now.
That's poultry. It's not
We'll
an
deal with it in the morning. Morning. Morning amulet.
Sun.
Yes.
Show it to the little one in the morning. See if she knows anything.
And then if not, we can,
Odor.
consult the magic shop.
Odor?
It smells different, like we were saying.
Oh.
Alright.
You got odor, buddy. I'm going back to. Don't wake me up again. I'm very clear about that.
All right. Oh, son of a...
So you guys pass through the rest of your night unabated unless you open
Are
the
you
amulet
sure?
again.
No.
Okay. Rest does not come easily to you.
No.
But I know you guys had something you want to.
Yeah. Oh, I see, if you were talking to me, I
Yeah,
guess. Yeah.
I was just gonna. What you doing?
Oh, well, I'm ready.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh, just, I've just got a lot on my mind right now. I've just heard some not so great information from my brother, and, just writing. Just takes my mind off of it a little bit.
Sorry to hear that. Family important to you?
They're everything to me. So, that's why I'm here. That's why I'm doing this. It's a long story, but, yeah. That's why I'm here.
Then we have something in common.
Yeah? What do you write in your book?
Notes for my book.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Are you really writing a book about the history of the world? Okay.
Part one.
Do you mind if I read it?
When it's done, sure.
Do you mind if I read it now? Just a little bit of it?
I haven't written too much, but yeah, sure.
Sure.
I mean, you could take my notes or whatever.
Yeah. I'm just curious. You know, I'm looking at, I'm trying to learn a little bit too, so. Yeah. Alright. Cool. And I take a little bit of time just to scan through a little bit.
It's a lot. There's a lot of detail about her home. No, two homes, Hohabadin and Far From.
The notebook.
The other book.
Not my journal.
The two places that are most mentioned are Hohabadin and Far From.
Spelt like far from?
Yes, all one word.
God, I hate you.
And they are. She just talks about the beauty and splendor of nature in the Briarwood. She talks a little bit about northern harvesting, and her travels on the seas. It does get a little bit into the adventuring. It talks about meeting up with you guys. In amongst her notes, there are some opinions of the group.
I'm paying very close attention to these.
You know, just little musings and different quirks. Like next to Raucus's name, you see, always order him 2 drinks.
2. Underline. 2
yes,
times.
yes.
And capitalized.
Let's say no support.
And yeah, just in general, she seems to be compiling a lot of information about different locales and the types of creatures and animals you can see there. A little bit about the history of each village. There's talks about the Rune Mother, and it seems to end with some notes on Southtown.
Okay. What has she written, if anything, about me?
I don't know, what would you have written, if anything, about Dyrus?
Kind of.
That he seems quiet and
Judgy prick.
and a strict moral compass, and sometimes he can be weird.
You can call him a piece of shit, it's fine.
Yeah. we all know your thing.
How long does it take me to like scan through some of
It's
this?
not too much. It takes you, you know, the better part of 10 minutes maybe to
Okay.
go from end to end through all the notes.
Okay. And what are you doing during that time?
Maybe I look over your shoulder a bit.
Oh, okay.
She's
See,
one of those.
When I get towards like the end and I can see like the writing is now kind of more towards the current, I just kind of hand the book back over and I'm like, all right, interesting. So Hobbiton and Far from both of those places?
Yeah.
Where'd you come from first?
Hobbiton.
And then moved to Far from?
Yeah.
It's a curious name. I'm curious how they came to that name.
Yeah, we made it up.
Oh, well there you go. Interesting. No mention of your family in here, or is there?
No,
Okay.
I don't think I would.
I mean, that depends. If you wanted to keep that sort of information in your notes, you could.
I
But-
don't think I would need to write it down.
Yeah, you know most of that information just by memory, so you wouldn't really need to you know, have much written down on the page. If you wanted to, this would be there, could be.
No, I probably wouldn't write it down. Well, I have family here. Here's a painting of us.
Oh.
Well, I guess I have
How
like
many
a
of them?
you saw on my notes,
Yeah.
right? I got like a little
Like
I
a
guess
wallet-sized kind of deal?
wallet-sized thing that
Okay.
was like waxed over so it wouldn't get ruined or anything
Okay.
like that. And here's my mom, and here's Winnie, and my dad.
I'm sorry, your mom is Winnie?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. I wasn't sure if you were like your mom, Winnie, and then somebody else. Okay.
And then, hold on a second.
It's important to know the people's mothers' names.
I know my dad.
Winnie.
And my dad, Cowling, and my brother, Warren, and my brother, Hado, and my sister, Kat.
Cat?
Kat.
Cat?
Kat.
K-E-T. Okay. Oh, wow, you have a big family.
Yeah, like, they're important to me like yours is.
Yeah. So, I know not many people in the group know much about me. Your description of me in your book is pretty slim, rightfully so. I suppose nobody really knows anything about me. I mean, do you have any questions? Like, I mean, I'm kind of in a bad state right now, but I'll answer as much as I can.
Well, I don't want to make you uncomfortable, but
No, sometimes it's good to talk about it. And my brother, what?
honor.
Oh, I turned into an otter. How did I do that?
Well,
I'm secretly aware of
No,
it.
you're an otter, and you're an otter.
You see, when I was a young warthog guy.
No, sometimes talking about it does help, and I don't have my brother to talk about it much anymore. So it was nice to see him today, but I don't think I'll see him for a little while longer. If all goes well, and if all goes well, I'll see him again at some point. But you know what I mean.
Yeah, no, I think so. I think the ones we're closest to are destined to continue to run into each other. You said your brother and you are 2 years apart?
Yes, I'm 2 years his elder. I remember every moment of his life, really, and up until we had to split apart. Well, twice, but yeah.
Well, why'd you have to split?
The first time was the second time was our decision. The first time, not so much. The first time I spent some time in, I believe over here it's called prison.
Oh.
No, I'm just here. It's more of just a redemption center, for lack of a better word. Yeah, it was mostly a misunderstanding. But anyway, yeah. So that's where I learned to fight a little bit, actually.
Wow.
Yeah.
You gotta be tough to be in prison.
Well, not if you know the right people. Not if you have somebody watching your back. I did have someone teaching me. His name was Rae'Seek. He's the one that taught me. Well, I didn't have a sword in prison, of course, but whenever we did get our hands on some training equipment to exercise or have our use of the day, he would teach me a little bit. I've been trying to translate that into a sword, but as you can see, I'm not too great at it yet. Still learning, but I did get pretty good with my hands. Obviously, more time to use my hands than a weapon, but anyway, yeah, so that's why I spent a year there, away from him. I found out that in that year, my parents were, well, I should say I have disgraced my family by going there, forced to go there, I should say, and my parents lost everything. So, if you're ever wondering why I always am looking for money, it's to, well, to buy their freedom back. And
They're in prison?
a sort of prison, more of a servitude. I believe it's commonly referred to as slavery, but less, no, I guess slavery is the right word for it. I was going to try to justify it, but I suppose it's just, it's not the right word to justify it.
That's so horrible. How
Well,
much?
it's even worse when it's my fault.
How much do you need to get them out?
Oh, more than all of us put together have, and it's going to take me a while, and it's much more complicated than that. But the simple version is I need probably, if I had to estimate, probably somewhere in the neighborhood of 80 to 100,000 gold pieces to buy their freedom and get them back into standing that they are comfortable in prior. And I used to be a bit of nobility.
I thought so.
Well,
You sound like it.
yeah. Well, I did spend some time with nobles, and well, a fair bit of time with nobles actually, and I'm pretty good at reading people. It's one of my strengths actually. But and anyway, the reason why I was so off-put by Valen, he reminds me of somebody I knew. Not physically, not like I think it is that person, but he's the same type. And I know his type, and I know he's only set out for himself, and I know he's only set out to screw over others. And I just don't want to see that happen again, because last time it happened, good people got hurt. And anyway, I'm sorry. It's
No. Well, can I go into my bag and I'm gonna take out some of my gold and give it to you?
Oh no!
No, please.
I could not do that. It's my burden to bear. I will earn my gold my own way. I don't request handouts, and I don't accept charity.
I don't mean to put you in any sort of uncomfortable position. I just know that sometimes when you lose everything, you need a guiding hand, and that's a lot to deal with.
I appreciate that. I really do. And please keep your money. The best thing you can do to help me is go on these missions with me. Watch my back. I'll watch yours, and let's earn money together. And you can use it for whatever you wish, and I'll save mine, and hopefully I can accomplish my goals as well. My time frame just got moved up a little bit, but we've got to make this year count. Let's try to make as much as we can this year, and try to do some good along the way. What do you think?
Boom. Nice.
cue 2 hurricanes.
Did you
You guys hear in the room next to you. No. So, you guys go to sleep unless anybody else has anything they want to do. You wake up in the morning, get some breakfast.
I thought it'd be Leon that I did my history dump to, but never asked.
In the interest of time, in order to move a little bit forward, a little bit quicker, you guys manage to. You wake up the next day. You have some breakfast. Xanier directs you to where you have to go to sign up to be a Legionnaire. It is there you meet the dispatcher.
Jorgen von Strangle.
Nice.
Oh
He's
shit!
doing the Von Strangling part.
It's Strangle Von.
Scramble the fairies.
Scramble the fairies. I like to say scramble the fairies.
The Legionnaire dispatcher.
I'm sorry?
The Legionnaire dispatcher.
Yes. I will give you his name in just 1 second.
Oh, well,
Tyrell
oh.
Dannon.
What's his name?
Tyrell.
It's not working.
Tyril.
Tyrell Dannon.
Dannon.
Okay.
D-A-N-N-O-N.
Yogurt.
D-N-N-N-O-N.
D-A-N-N-O-N.
Yeah. Okay.
Thanks for the subs, y'all.
This
And,
got
More subs?
No, I just wanted to say because we never got to say it on stream.
Oh, yeah, we said that off stream.
Yeah.
Sorry. Thanks for the subs.
Yes. Thank
We
you.
had Manda Pie with the.
Manda Pie, 2 months in a row. Woo!
And a new one, not log. Good day.
Not
Not
long.
log.
Not log.
I
Not
don't
log.
think he's a log.
Remember,
Can we be sure?
He said it himself. The internet
true.
wouldn't lie, Sean.
we're giving you a special deal right now. You give us a social security number.
No,
you
we're
get
not.
nothing.
Anyway, Tyrell Dannon.
And so you guys meet Tyrell. He is a heavy-set dwarf. He is sitting on a chair that is much higher than it should be. It kind of looks down at everybody from this desk. And you guys go through the registration process. It's none too hard. He takes all of your names.
How personal of information are they asking for? Just names.
Just names, right?
Okay.
Did your arrest record?
They ask for names,
I'm
and they
asking.
ask for
In character, I have no idea.
excuse me. They ask for names, and then they ask for a group name, of course, which you guys. He
I
kind of
only
looks
write
at
down
you.
Dyrus on the form. I don't write my last name.
That's fine.
Okay.
They're only asking for
Okay.
a name.
Gotcha.
Same.
He says, right. What are you going to be called?
Well,
If you're not interested, I can.
no, we
Just
we
some-
Warhammer. No.
Warhammer.
No. Hold on.
Nope.
We discussed this last night.
Raucous.
We discussed it last night. Leon, did you want to?
Will be known as the Seline 7.
Seline 7. All right.
Spell
Is that
Celine
with
however
a-
you want.
Is that with a number 7 or written out 7?
Written out 7.
Because we're fancy.
That's a good choice.
Okay.
Fancy as fuck.
I like it. Fair enough. Congratulations. You're Legionnaires. And he hands you the paperwork. So, have you taken a look at the board outside?
Do we get badges or anything?
Huh?
We don't need no stinking badges.
Damn it! You're already registered.
Oh,
Turn
okay.
your badge and your gun.
As long as you present that sheet, and he points out to the one he just handed Leon, along with any requirements for any of the jobs posted on the board, you'll get credit and payment.
Who has the paper for the recovering heirloom thingy?
Oh,
he's
yeah.
the one
Oh.
that just got it.
There it is.
It's a waste of
Hey.
paper.
Can someone...
I take it and I hand it to him.
Thank you.
Raucous just pulls it away every time.
Ah, the heirloom.
Had it.
The heirloom, right.
Almost got it.
That's been posted for a bit. Glad someone took it. All right. So this is a payment upon completion from the bidder. So the person who sent for the job is the person who's going to be paying you. It's not coming from the Imperium.
All right.
You are going to head to Hohenheim. And you are going to look for... Yes. You're going to look for Eleanor Craggett.
Eleanor Craggett?
Craggett. C-A-R... I'm sorry. C-R-A-G-E-T.
Craggett. God, Craggett.
Such a Kragan.
I don't think she appreciates that.
It's borderline joke, bud.
Borderline.
Oh,
Well within the lines, though.
Not to be confused with Borderlands joke.
So,
We're back on top.
What a roller coaster.
It's still kind of.
yeah.
Just keep
That's
going
it.
down.
See her for details. She's in Hohenheim. If you need directions to her house, there should be an outpost there with more information. I don't know where she lives.
Alright.
It's not listed here. Head to the Imperial outpost there. Ask for Eleanor Craggett. She'll find it. They'll find it for you. Question I have is what you're still doing here.
That's a good question. And I start walking out.
Can we go get our cart back?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
You go and pick it up at the stables. It's been there for a good amount of time now.
For a
It's
month, yeah.
been there for a month, so with food and
It's on fire.
preparation and stuff, you're looking at
Oh, no,
probably.
we only rented it.
Huh?
We only rented the car.
Yeah, but for a month.
No, you returned it.
Yeah, they said
Unless you had to
we
do
returned it.
something.
That's the
Well,
thing.
we're just getting the cart. You can do something.
Can
We
I
don't have
go
a
back to the bookstore?
Yeah, of course.
And I want to see if there's anything about. I know we're not going there right now, but about Valentros, like a book about it.
About Valentros?
Yeah.
You go there and you ask about it.
Yeah.
Strangely, nothing.
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 And we're going to Hohenheim, right?
You're going to Hohenheim.
Is there one about that?
Oh yeah, there's several volumes about Hohenheim.
Can I ask my friend for like to borrow the book, like lease, or no, they sell.
Borrow, you know, you did good work here, sure. Just get it back to me next time you're in town, please.
Yeah, of course.
All right.
Be well.
You too. And yeah, she lends you a book just about the history of Hohenheim. It's royal lineages. The Vosks have been in charge for a long time. They earned the nickname the War Dogs of Hohenheim. They're military there because they are known for their savage nature on the battlefield. It's said that when Hohenheim soldiers come, people leave in pieces.
Piece or in pieces?
Well, you'll take some time to read the book, but just glancing through, that's what you get.
Okay.
Right now.
Yeah, I figured I'd take it.
Sure. You guys are going to be renting a cart, or a new cart, because the old one has been already returned to Everseed.
Oh, right, that's what
Yeah,
happened.
that's what I'm saying,
Okay,
we don't have a cart.
my bad, yeah.
So, rental for the cart, it's a fairly long journey to Hohenheim. There, and then someone to take it back, you're looking at roughly somewhere in the range of 200 to 220 gold pieces. 220 if you want camping equipment to go with it.
And what's the,
How much just to buy it?
The
is
cart?
there a buy-in station here?
Because that's
Well,
a lot just to
the
rent
cart
for a
itself
week.
is the cart itself would be around 200, but then you gotta get horses and feed and
Stable.
Well, I'm broke, so.
What would it be to walk there?
walking.
I'm pretty
Month?
fast.
3 days. 3 years.
Well, no, traveling by cart, you move about the same speed as walking. You just
Have a cart.
have a cart
Oh,
to
really?
sit.
Oh, it's
you
the
don't.
same speed?
It's because
Oh, two
you're not
horses? Yeah,
you're not
it's like
traveling
nothing.
very fast. If you had 4 horses, you could travel at a faster speed and cut your time down. But 2 horses just carrying a cart with 6 or 7 people on it, it's about
Plus
average
equipment.
walking speed. So it wouldn't add too much time to your journey, but you can imagine that.
Just comfort. and
Yeah,
stuff.
you wouldn't be that well rested and.
Saying you don't have any like military pull here that you can sway for us, do you?
Not anymore.
Oh,
What do you mean?
I take out the paper and hand it to you.
To me?
Yes.
oh.
Oh. I just quickly like throw it back over to you. I'm like,
apologize immediately. I was not aware.
What does the paper say?
Yeah.
You know, for a
This can't
veteran's
be right. Xander.
20 years down the drain. You know, for a veteran's discount.
No, active military only. Sorry.
10% cuts you to 180.
Ugh.
It's not bad.
Better than nothing.
It's still pretty bad.
That's only like 20 gold, like 20 change per person.
I have nothing. I've spent it all. Sorry.
I'd rather walk.
I'd rather walk as well.
Get to know each other better.
I mean, it's not much different than on the horse.
Yeah,
if
we
we
could
just
just
camp out
Pick up
the
some
night
camping
before.
equipment and we'll do that instead. I think that's an easy
I've done
route.
plenty of marching in my day. Walking's not that
Camping equipment, much easier to get, much cheaper to get. Also, you'd be
bad.
looking.
500 gold.
No, no, you'd be looking at depending on what size tent you want to get. If you want to get like a 3-person tent and a 4-person tent, you can do that. If you want to get one 7-person tent, you can do that. 7-person tent runs at around 10 gold pieces.
2 different tents, I think, is safer.
Yeah.
Just in case something
Okay,
happens to the
so
first
7 and a 4 would run you
backwards?
around 8 gold
4 and
pieces.
3.
4 and a 3.
Yeah, yeah.
4 and a 3 would run you around 8
Well,
gold pieces.
what about the luxury suite? Why not 2 7s? It's not that much more.
I mean, if we do have people going with us.
Yeah. Honestly, I think 2 7s might be good.
I
it's only
can't.
like
I
3
can't
gold
comment.
person,
I
so
have
I don't
nothing.
care.
Yeah.
Well, I have
throw in the
nothing to
extra
contribute. So.
Yeah.
I'll throw in the extra gold for a nice size tent.
Yeah, we'll get 2 7s.
All right, so you get 2 7-person. You get 2 7-person tents for a total of 20 gold pieces, split up
We
amongst
slept
however
outside.
you
I
want.
don't need a tent.
I throw in 5 gold.
How much is it? Sorry.
20 total.
20 total.
20 total pieces. And you guys head out on your way. Make
So,
sure.
wait, I'm sorry, 5 from you.
Anything else you want to do?
Who else
with
is
that?
throwing?
I'll throw like 3 gold.
Magic shot?
Comprehend
I'll
language.
throw in 5.
Something to comprehend language.
18. There's 2 left.
Here we
I'm
go.
throwing 5 fucking.
Okay, so the 4 of you each.
Are you
5.
looking for the spell scroll, comprehend language, or are you looking
Oh,
for?
maybe like a ring or amulet or something if they have.
Wait,
Okay.
there you
A
go,
more
the Walmart.
permanent. He's looking for a more permanent way.
Yeah, more permanent.
Also, might come in to play in the future. Who's holding the tents?
I have my own bedroll on my back.
I don't think I'm
I'll
holding
hold
a
1
tent.
tent.
I was gonna say you and Raucus are the heftiest, so
Yeah,
maybe.
I already
And the
have
strongest.
my hammer, a sword, my
That's true.
swords pack,
That's true.
and 4 javelins.
Can we
I have the
just
least
grab
on me.
it?
I can carry one of the tents. I can carry well, they're both big, so I'll carry one of the tents.
It's not really that heavy.
Yeah, I
Just-
know.
There's
Yeah.
a
I
strap
was just thinking in
over the
case
back.
we get separated
You're
or
right.
something.
You're right.
Like,
Yeah, I've got the least amount with me. I'll carry.
I don't know how backpacks work.
True.
You head
He's
o-
got wings, so.
You head over to Walmart. It is a larger than average shop. You can see looks like one place bought the place next to it and just knocked down the walls and made 2 places into one.
Fucking one.
Just to try and conserve
The
time.
prices are so
At one
good.
point, I'll go over to Raucus and go, Arik, need hand circle.
Here we go.
Oh, it's the servers.
Yeah.
The hand. You want it? Yeah.
Come with me. I'll take care of you. Here we go. Join me.
There you go.
So you walk in and there's a very posh looking half elf wearing long flowing robes standing behind the counter. He just finishes up with a gentleman who's collecting his purchase. Looks to be like a gauntlet. And he thank you very much for your patronage.
Did this gauntlet have a dark legacy?
Yeah, no.
Okay.
Nice.
Hello, gentlemen. How can I help you?
Yeah, hi. We're looking for a couple items. I was hoping maybe you could help us out.
Of course, of course. I hope they're magical in nature. That's
Oh,
what I
absolutely.
specialize in.
One thing, we're having a little trouble communicating with our feathered friend here. He doesn't speak the common tongue. So I hope we have anything on a more permanent basis that would help us communicate more efficiently with him.
I do. I have just the thing right here. So, let me ask you: is the communication issue you to him, him to you, or both?
It's kind of a mixture, but I mean, he doesn't speak common.
Okay.
So I mean, if you have something that'll allow him to talk to us, or if you don't, something
Arik,
that we
need
can
hand circle.
help let him understand. We'll get to. 1 second, Arik. We'll get to
So,
that.
unfortunately, I don't appear to have anything that would allow him to communicate better.
All right.
However, I do have, and he reaches under the desk and he pulls out, it looks like a shiny golden gem that's been smoothed and polished around to like a about the size of like a breaking meta, an Apple earbud. And he goes, simply insert this into his ear and he will be able to understand you fully. You do have ears. Even if you don't have ears on your finger, you have ears.
God damn.
Bless you.
Bless you.
Science.
Oh my God! You're only getting
Gesundheit.
2. You don't get a third.
Well, he got the science.
We'll see.
Simply insert this into his ear and he should have no trouble understanding you.
Does that work the reverse way? If I put it in my ear, do I understand him?
Yes.
Oh, okay. That's not too bad.
You do have to, unfortunately, magically attune to the item.
That's all right. I think I can handle that.
Okay.
What is that? What's something like that run
This
for
would
here?
run you a simple 450 gold pieces.
Oh,
Are you guys there alone?
Is that the
Oh,
rollback
yeah.
price or
yeah.
nah?
okay.
Shove the
No.
lights on
No.
for 200, you bastard.
No.
All right, that's something to consider. Thank you. That's why we were curious to see. And he was also when he
I'll
mentioned
fight you
before.
for it.
Yes, he said a hand circle.
Yeah, we were over at the tavern the other night, and one of the waitresses came out with a ring that she described it as being able to cast multiple instances of mage hand.
Yes, a fine item. Unfortunately, it was one of a kind. A passing trader sold it to me.
Traitor.
Very, very kind gentleman gave me a good deal on it. I was able to turn a fair price, but unfortunately, I do not know where he acquired the item, so it would be difficult to acquire another one.
That's fair.
However, will you be in the city
No hand
long?
circle.
I have none,
No,
unfortunately.
they don't got any more. That was the last one. She had the lady had the last one.
Reek need magic.
Well, if you need magic, I have magic.
What kind of magic can you interest in my friend here?
Oh, what?
Why don't you give her a price range first?
Yeah, that's my next question. Like, how much gold do I pull out? How much of this do you have?
I hand you my pouch.
How much is in your pouch?
5.
5 gold?
Yep.
What kind of 5 gold magic you got?
You're running a little short here, buddy.
What kind of 5 gold?
You need more of this.
Not much, but if you had just a bit more funding, I could probably give you something that you would like. What sort of magic user are you? Are you a sorcerer, a warlock, a wizard?
So I'm gonna chime in real quick. I know, like we haven't purchased the ear, but it might come in handy for you if you put that in to get a better range for him.
Fair enough. I happen to be attuned to it just so I can show it off to people.
Right.
Piece of shit. Sorry.
It's a little bit uncomfortable.
Gross.
So, I'm sorry. What type of magic user are you?
I can't understand him.
Her.
Eric,
Her, sorry.
That's the con.
tell her what kind of magic you want to do.
Magic.
What kind?
Magic.
What magic? There's a lot of magic.
Explain the hand thing.
No, we covered that one. That's not in there. What magic do you want to
Repeat
have?
magic.
How do you cast your spells?
Magically.
How do you make magic?
Magic.
With your hands. So not with a weapon. Okay.
I take out my sword.
But you do have a sword. Shit.
I
Okay, so
think
that limits
that's-
it down to either a Hexblade Warlock or... do you mind?
No, not at all.
I walk over. She walks over to you and kind of raises her hands to you and she goes, I mean you no harm. And she starts patting you down, like on the side, until she comes to your hip. Now, as a wizard, you have a spell book, right?
No.
No?
No.
Where do your spells come from?
It's part of like it's sort of like that blade singer thing.
Okay.
And that's
So-
why I only have 6. No matter how many times I level up, unless I learn one.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I don't know. I've never seen this type of magic before. He doesn't have a spell book. He doesn't seem to have a focus or a wand or a staff. He has a sword. That's not magic. You can look for enchanted weapons.
Magic, and I make the sword essentially beam with lightning.
I think
Okay,
that might be
that
a
is
focus.
magic.
That sounds like
That is definitely magic.
Yeah.
Nice.
I don't know if you can use it because I don't know what type of magic user you are. However, she reaches under the desk and she pulls out a case that has a spell scroll in it, and she shows it. She shows it to you. Now this is a very powerful spell that a lot of arcane users use. Mainly wizards can use this spell, but I don't know. You may be able to find a use for it. This is known as Lightning Bolt.
Holy shit. That's huge for level 4. I don't think you can afford it, but yeah.
This would be a meager, in comparison to the bud, a very, very meager price of 200 gold pieces.
Walmart blows.
She gets a little bit of, sir. I asked. These are high quality items. Any magic?
High quality prices.
Exactly.
You know, I think.
Yeah, I mean.
I think we should probably get on with this job first, and then come back and help our friend Enrique here.
Yeah, that's
I
one
don't
way to
think we're
say
gonna.
it.
It's a. As I'm still jiggling, I think it's just a little bit outside of his price range.
There's no sound because, like.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
It's like the ting to ting.
Here you go, Enrique.
Oh.
That's what you hear.
Fair enough. Hopefully, I still have it in stock when you get back.
I can hope so.
Hopefully you're not going to charge us for talking to you.
I would never dream of such a thing. Have a lovely day. She turns.
Customer service, baby.
And she turns away and starts talking to another customer who's further down the counter. How can I help you today?
There is no magic.
I was gonna say, can you call
Not
them
yet.
customers if they didn't buy anything?
No.
You see,
Not
we need to
another
get more of
customer.
this.
A customer.
Marie need more
More coin.
coin.
Coin. Gold.
Coin
We got one
gold.
word. Yeah.
Coin gold.
Good enough.
Are you
Square cash.
Yeah,
Cash out.
The cash app. You need more. You need more gold.
Coin gold.
Yes. You need more of that, and then you can get magic.
More coin gold.
More coin gold equals
More coin gold.
more magic.
Well, he's not wrong.
He's not wrong.
In other words, first you get the money, then you get the khaki. Ladies.
All right. So let's.
I just like that you thought he was going to understand equals.
Back to dream.
I hope you like the fact that he was like, oh, I put the earbud in. Okay.
I don't know.
I don't know what that
All
shit
right.
means.
Let's get back. Let's get on with this.
You were in a constant
Look, you
state
guys
of
come
very
back
hot
on.
and very cold.
What's talking to you made me sweaty.
Wow.
I got really stressed.
Hey now.
Dyrus
He's
is
married.
Dyrus is a very hot man. And what? Who said that?
I'm unnervous.
You did fine.
Oh, I am married. Yes, okay. I thought you meant Dyrus. I was like,
You did fine. Don't worry about it.
All right. So unless anybody else has anything they want to take care of in South Dawn?
So, Walmart fail again?
Yeah.
This
You could
sucks.
say that.
I think we can.
The army doesn't even go there. That place sucks.
What was that?
don't worry about
Magic?
that. Magic.
Uncle Magic!
Coin
You
gold.
have no idea
So,
how.
Oh, magic.
on foot, you guys set out from the eastern gate, taking the southernmost road towards Hohenheim.
Route 2.
For the purposes of this event, yeah.
And the root. Can I ask a little one about his amulet?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
absolutely.
as soon as,
Yeah,
we,
we never.
as soon as we leave, like, go out
Oh,
far
no.
enough, I open it.
Oh, what the
Oh, come on! We gotta get to
What the hell is this?
Just as you're about to bring it up to Phelan, you're like, by the way, this, you hear, and the wind kicks up around all of you. As you turn back and
fly
look,
away?
make an athletics check to see if you can.
Under attack!
I'm just standing.
Acrobatics. I'm sorry, acrobatics.
It looks good.
Just to make sure you can stand on your feet. You're not gonna get
Just
blown
stand
away.
there like this. And
So I see
15.
Tariq within eyesight. Like,
Yeah. Upon
Tackle.
hearing the kick of the wind,
tackle him.
you can certainly try to make a melee attack.
okay.
I think I'm on my feet. I'm 15.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay.
You get blown back a little bit. You're like, wow, but you managed to
Crap
stay.
raucous as shit.
I just like get into a low.
That's my bonus.
Like you would be making. Oh well, you're not proficient in it, so it would be your strength mod
Okay.
plus the d20 roll.
Alright, so 17.
Nice.
Does that hit your natural AC right now or no?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So as you open it up, you're like,
15.
you just get tackled. Make a.
Make a death save.
Alright.
This
Won't be
has
the
to
first time I have to
quickly.
make those.
I should know.
First time
What
in
would
a
it
while.
be to hold on to something? I guess acrobatics.
Dexterity or
Dex save.
strength, probably
Yeah.
save.
Yeah,
Yeah, how do you
your choice. You
determine
can
it?
choose dexterity or strength saving throw.
22.
Okay. So
I
your
rolled this dice 3 times. It's been 3 18s.
your hand clasps onto it as Raucus tackles you, and you kind of hold your hand back, but you still have it out. And
open.
And open, and the wind is kicking and swirling, but you're noticing it's starting to die down a little bit. And as you leave it open for a couple more seconds, with Roettger scrambling, trying to close it, the wind just kind of fizzles out. There's a dust cloud kicked up around you guys. Phelan's hair is blown back like this.
Same.
And you're all kind of just staring now at Roettger, who has tackled Eric.
What the actual just fuck happened?
Yeah, be lucky you didn't have to wake up at that 3 in the morning.
You see, Eric, you wasted all your box hair, and now you got nothing left.
What is that?
Who told you how to use this? President Screw?
I actually try to sense
I don't get
the
that.
magic. If there's magic.
The magic is still there.
Okay.
It's very strong. What you notice now that you can kind of examine it more since the wind has calmed down is that the inside of this amulet seems to be lined with a very particular dark metal. Maybe the reason why you couldn't be able to sense magic because it was a lead-lined amulet, which also attributes to the heft of the amulet. But the inside now you can see a better view. There is this basically translucent gem. Looks somewhat similar to like an 8-sided die, almost like a diamond shape. But crystal clear, save for little particles of swirling air, almost like sparks that are traveling around inside of it. And you take a moment to examine it, and you can see that no matter where you move, the air is still spinning, and it's still giving off a very powerful magical energy. Even without an arcana, you can just holding it and being attuned to the magical world, you can feel that there's a good amount of magical power behind this.
What is it, Eric?
I close it.
Okay.
And I just, yep. Keep walking.
What is it?
No, you get back here right now.
Yeah. Can I see? That's cool.
No.
So take it off your neck, Eric.
Off again.
I don't even think I could reach you if you do.
Right, so I take it off, and as I hand it to her, I push the button.
As you push the button, very light.
Oh, man,
just a little bit of a.
Just a smells nice. It's like the
And
air freshener.
You feel like
after I press the button,
a little puff.
like
Yeah.
it's like kind of almost in your hand, and as I push the button, I bring it back to myself, and I look again. Like just to understand why it's not pushing out the air anymore.
See?
And I close it and I press it. And I close it and I press it.
I told you.
I close it and I press it.
You wasted all your air.
And I close it and I hand it to you.
That would have been a lot better than last night.
Closed. I'm gonna examine it.
The outside or the
Yeah.
gem
You
itself?
may have heard it.
The-
It's hard to miss.
No,
I
nobody
figured
invited
I'd
me
do
to stay
probably
with
do
them, so I
both.
was thinking
Okay.
it was street.
And then I asked permission to open it though.
Sure. Make an investigation check for the amulet and make an arcana check for the gem.
Okay. The investigation
Jesus
check
Christ.
for the outside is 8, and then
8.
for the
And then the Arcana.
it's not much. 12.
So
Oh, I asked you.
you don't
You say yes. Okay, sorry.
you don't really get much else from examining the outside of this. Just that there's the mechanism to open the front of the lock. Nothing else you can really see. There's a symbol on the front that you can't make out. You don't even recognize the writing. You don't speak Celestial, right?
No.
Okay. So you cannot recognize the writing. But when you open it, you can, again, sense that very, very powerful. And as you open it, now that it's been closed for about a second or two, you open it up again and a little gust of air. But then it seems to die down again. It seems like the longer you keep it locked in here, the more air builds up inside. As you take the gem out and kind of hold it, you'll notice it'll just kind of roll around your hand on its own. Like the wind is pushing it around almost.
And I absolutely have to know how this works. And I give it back.
And I put it back on.
Well, it's just another mystery and the life of our adventure.
What could that be used for?
Wind.
Big distraction.
I mean, yeah, but that's it.
If we're sailing, we won't have to worry about wind gusts.
Well, it seemed like a pretty circular motion,
Yeah,
so I
no,
don't know
that-
if that would even help with the
It'll-
sailing.
Yeah, so when it happened, is it like circular and like centered on me type deal?
It is,
Like
yeah.
I'm the center of a tornado almost?
Essentially, yeah.
And how far out does it go, just so we can judge?
This one not that far out. Really, only the people traveling close to Eric felt it.
Okay.
Everybody else heard the noise.
Right.
And got like dust kicked towards them, but the people who really felt the gust were the people closest to Eric, which was Raucus and Phelan at the time. Last night when he opened it, it encompassed the entire room, because that was the first time it had been opened.
We're running away from our problems and wherever the hell we just were. I'm assuming you guys said nothing about the room.
Well, Roettger's tried to clean it a little bit.
Oh.
I don't know how successful.
Raucus, roll a performance check.
He doesn't even know what he's rolling for.
Got that right.
Nope.
Yes.
For miss, he did an awful job cleaning the room.
He made it worse somehow.
He's tried to clean with the war hazard.
He put
and
the
it really did not
He
go
put the
well.
end table back where it was supposed to be, but like upside down.
Nice.
That's alright, we'll just put it on Xander's tab.
It's like, I can't wait to be named Warhammers
You said
tomorrow.
last night you were here.
No.
His tiefling horns actually, when he was sleeping, dug into the pillow a little bit and fucked it up even worse.
That one we can't put on Xander's tab.
Is anything else? Anybody else?
Not if we can't discern the nature of that.
Just for the purposes of fast traveling, I'm gonna have
Fast travel.
Since this is gonna be about a week to a week and a half journey,
We
we'll
can't fast
say
travel with enemies nearby.
There's no enemies nearby.
we'll say everybody. We'll split up who's taking watch on what particular day as you're walking down the pathway. So everybody make a perception check for their time keeping an eye out.
Can't pick the fucking thing up.
You know, no matter what character I play, I can't
No
roll
perception. No perception.
You're not allowed to
only
roll
one.
perception.
I'm
the
just not
only
allowed.
one that didn't roll an 18 tonight.
Yeah.
One of you
An 11 for me.
11.
Me too.
Okay. Double 11s.
8.
8. Okay. 8.
High five.
12.
15.
Right in front of
10.
Yeah, it was good.
Wow, we didn't perceive shit.
Me and Drake
We got jumped how many times?
you. Oh, God.
No
strike.
Oh my god.
So you don't really get jumped.
Okay.
You do pass some people traveling down the road. Some merchants heading from Hohenheim. Couple different families. A caravan of people looking like tourists or traders traveling between the routes. One night, you head into a little thicket on either side of the road. As you're walking forward, this is about the 4th or 5th day in. Night is falling.
Dusk.
It is dusk. And as you turn a corner, you notice Xanier.
Mm-hmm.
You rolled a 15, right?
Yeah.
You notice it first. Up ahead, probably about 150 feet down the road, you see a cart overturned on the side of the road.
Oh, good.
Oh, free cart.
And
All right, Mr. Moral Compass.
you don't
over
see any
there.
horses, but you do see what looks to be unmoving in the middle of the road, a body.
Oh, good.
No, not a free
You
cart.
said
Not a free cart.
Unmoving, yes.
Totally trapped.
Face down on the road, about 10 feet or so away from the cart.
Are you pointing this out to us?
Yes.
Okay.
What's that?
There's a cart up ahead over and there's a body in the street. We gotta go check
Body?
that out.
I start bolting.
Yeah, I'm gonna run
Hold
over.
on. Full speed ahead.
Oh, here we go.
I cast mage armor on myself.
You cast mage armor?
Hell yes.
Sorry.
Well, as everybody who's faster than me rushes past me, can I scan the surroundings?
Tom with your glasses.
Don't tell me how to live my life.
I will tell you about it.
You're not my real mom.
Hmm? There's no outdoor
Can you approve
tiles.
Are you a
Yes,
fake
I'm older than her.
I don't see that as relevant
Oh,
evidence.
wait, that's the setup.
How old are you?
Wait,
Oh,
once he
okay.
finishes.
How old are you?
Can't say it on
Yeah, you don't have to put it on when the map's good and ready. Don't keep it on there.
No, so much.
What's your social security number? Okay. I'm older than you.
Oh, never mind. Well, looks like you gave birth to me when I was an infant, and you were an infant.
Exactly.
It's kind of weird.
Got him.
What is going on?
Congratulations.
And we're approaching from this side.
I just wanted to be a mom.
Yeah.
I would like to, as
Or that
everyone,
Approaching from this side. And you guys are just
as
right around
everyone
here.
sprints past me, which I'm assuming is happening, I'd
I'm not
like
that
to
fast, but-
keep a lookout, like scan the area to see if this is a trap of some sort.
I'll be
Sure.
putting it in the
How'd you
front.
get up there?
Put me in the front.
Uh,
Big giant steps.
What?
Put me in the front.
All right, so
full speed ahead.
Yeah, you're gonna be.
who's moving? So you're moving first. Go ahead and move. Full dash.
So
Okay, so you would be
90
able to get
feet.
to
Yeah.
him first.
Is
anybody else following?
Oh yeah, big.
Oh yeah.
What's your movement?
6.
You're in plate armor and it's 6.
That doesn't slow you down.
Oh, it doesn't?
It just
disadvantage on stealth,
Yeah.
right. Anybody else moving forward? Garrett?
Does it not go up?
That's 4th edition. That slows you down with plate.
Gotcha.
Can I dash
There it
also?
goes.
Or?
If you'd like to.
Yeah. I'll
Still
dash over.
crooked.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to dash as well?
Yeah, I would.
Okay. Is anybody else moving forward?
I'm gonna check this around. I'm gonna step up a bit. Can I?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and
Yeah, I'm just gonna shout out, cover us
look around.
as I go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Raucus, what are you doing?
I'm gonna cover us.
Cover us? Okay. So are you staying to the left side of the road, right side of the road, right where you are?
Right.
Okay. Eric?
Cover us. Got it.
I'll follow the little one.
Throws a blanket on.
Okay. So you're standing near Phelan.
No.
Yep.
Are you staying on the road and doing a perception check?
I'm gonna venture a little bit, I guess. Which way is the cart? Like over that way?
Cards.
No, I'm saying like which way did it fall? It's falling that way.
It has fallen over, yeah, towards that side.
All right. I'm gonna walk a little bit this way, like
Okay.
right over here, and do a perception check to look like on this side. Cause
Trees or bushes?
Gotcha. Trees.
Okay.
Trees.
Ooh, trees.
As you move that way, make a perception check, now with advantage since you moved closer.
Bush stag.
Death time.
Ooh,
Sweet.
Thank God I had advantage
that
on it.
is a 21.
Okay. So as you get around the sides of these trees here and look, you are able to see through the darkness, since it's overcast from the trees and also becoming nighttime out.
Night vision.
You see
Elf.
2 figures shift behind these 2 trees. And you hear, which is the typical sound of a crossbow being reloaded. Before, Monk, you were the fastest person there, so you're actually going to get these.
I would have slid to like try to cradle the person just like in my arms if
Fair enough.
possible. Yeah.
Fair enough.
Not that it's gonna change the attack. I know. I'm just saying.
The attacks.
Yep. The attacks, yep.
You are able to see now in the distance as 5 crossbow bolts come.
Holy shit!
2 from the left side of the 2 from the left side of the forest, 3 from the right side.
As I see this, I'm gonna yell everybody down! But you know, shut up.
I already went down. Don't worry.
It's 19, 18.
Hey, well,
Is that 2 attacks or 1 attack?
2 attacks.
Against
Oh,
two.
both hit. Yeah.
Oh, just against ours?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
That is a
Just
12
roll the
and,
damage first.
12 and an 18.
1 hits. Just roll the damage because you probably took me down already.
We'll see.
What just you have?
Don't worry about it. We'll see.
Oh no.
You got more.
I do have more.
From his month of training.
Yeah.
Getting beaten by
So that's 11 damage so far.
Okay,
from
wait,
all 3 attacks.
Okay, so one of those attacks, I'm going to use my reaction to try to deflect the bullet, deflect the missile.
Okay.
I'm assuming not the first one because I probably wouldn't have seen that coming, but then the next one maybe.
Fair enough. Okay.
So I can try to deflect the bullet. I keep saying bullet. Jeez.
Missile.
Curve the
Missile.
bullet.
And
Crossbow?
what is it? What do I do with this? I don't have it written down.
Bolt is the term.
How does deflect missile work?
You have to roll.
Reduce the damage, and if you reduce it to 0, if you reduce it to
It's
0,
it's what, a
you get the capture roll
D10
back.
plus my level? I reduce it by?
Deflect missile.
Yeah, it's 1d8 plus your move level.
Just double check because I just want to make sure, but yeah.
I'm trying.
Don't fucking try faster. I haven't had to do this yet, so I don't know.
No, that's
I played a
fine.
monk, I know.
I'm disappointed in you. I'm really not.
Yeah.
Monk stuff. I'm just a monk.
And then I'm gonna leave
So
it.
what was the second damage?
Second
D10
damage.
Plus Dex plus monk.
Second damage was 2.
Well, I reduce it automatically, so I
Right, yeah.
catch that one.
Okay.
As part of your reaction, you can make an attack with it by throwing it.
Throwback!
With a key point.
Yeah,
Did you add your toughness?
Yes.
Oh, yes, you're right.
Yeah,
So I reduced the 2, so
Okay.
it was, what was it? Plus.
It was so you take 9.
Okay.
You grab the 2 and you can throw it back at somebody if you wish to.
No, I'm just gonna like stab it into the ground and then get my sword out.
There's
after
one
this.
more
Yeah, I
one
know.
more attack coming, which is a 14.
Does not hit.
Okay.
Hey.
So just 9.
So just 9 damage
Okay.
as 2 crossbow bolts right into one from the left side, one from the right. You see Dyrus, as he's cradling this person, turns them over, lifeless eyes, dull, seemingly dead already. And then 2 crossbow bolts. The third, he grabs and just drops to the ground.
No, stab it into the ground.
Oh, stabs it into the ground. And then I'm going to leave it on you guys since it is 11 o'clock. If you'd like to do combat tonight, we can. If not, we can save it for next time.
How's everybody feeling?
I'm good.
Really?
Yes, well, of course we're gonna do it. I'm not gonna be that guy.
No, it's fine.
No, it's honestly fun.
How are you feeling?
All right.
Let's do combat.
Let's do it. All right.
Do that hockey.
All right.
All right.
Rolling
So
initiative.
roll initiative.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Now I crit. I think I go first. Would you like me to put the enemies down for you?
Yeah, I gotta get him first.
Initiative +3.
God damn, I can never find it on this stupid sheet. Found it. It's
So
in the
that
middle,
should
folks. See here, it's
like
Matt
where your
kindly
eyes go.
shows me. That's where initiative is.
That's the one.
It's also just.
That's
It's also
where
just your.
initiative is.
It's also just your dexterity modifier.
Yeah, it's just your
Good, okay, alright, okay, I'm dumb. Got it.
Nope.
Okay.
Well,
I'm kidding, I'm kidding.
all good. Harwell's gone. Should we just win?
We win!
I'm prepared for this.
Guys, also take out a wedding.
My time has come.
Welcome to the new Critical Miss.
Welcome to the honor side.
Really need that
Slide.
class.
Yeah.
Slide.
Honor slide.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm gonna be using some different character pieces, some you've seen before, but
Yeah,
Sure, yeah.
I'm getting me musket.
I'm getting me mallet.
Xander, is that you? Xander.
Xander.
Is that you over there?
Xander, is that your evil cross twin?
I know someone named Xander.
Dark twin?
Me too.
Shoot
Well,
him in
not
the
know
face.
them, but yeah.
He's one.
I know of them.
Yeah. A friend of mine, big.
It's
Oh
a baby.
my
I'd just like to
It-
fill
it's
the
a
moment
baby.
by saying that the chat is starting to just call me Meme Lord Kevin.
Yeah,
I
it's
love
starting to.
Sure, yeah.
That's
I
like,
thought that's happened.
we've created army ranks and everything. It's pretty cool.
I like it. I
I like
support it. I
We're
fully
now
support
known
it.
as the Critical Brigade. So
All right.
I like that.
How many people we got right now viewing?
17.
Nice.
17 people.
Nice.
Hi guys.
Hello, all
Ciao.
17 of you.
Thank you for
Actually,
Yeah.
hello to 16 of you.
Is that you,
Fuck you,
Oriana?
number 17.
Mom's not
That's
watching.
kind of fucked up.
I know because it's me. My computer's on the home
Mom
watching.
Spaghetti? Is that you?
They are excited for killing time.
so
Killing time!
after they take their action, you see, at least unhidden to you because you have an angle on them. You see the rest of them seem to just fade back into the behind the trees.
Do I still
You can't get an idea of where they are if you're standing on the road.
Oh, I still see those two fuckos though.
Yeah, you still see those two
Oh,
guys.
good. About to get loud up in here.
Fuck.
All right.
Where's the
So 25 to 20.
Oh, gotcha. 23.
23.
Nice.
We share an initiative.
Oh.
What?
Sharing is caring.
Oh, it's so
wow,
giant.
guys. So
And then
cool.
Why'd you make the enemies so fancy?
20 to
didn't make
20 to 16.
I got 20.
18.
That's cool.
That was,
20 to
that was the work of my friend Sean.
Like,
Once again,
The
not you.
boss one is immaculate.
It's pretty great.
Who got 20?
I got 20.
20.
Leon.
He chooses to go by the Yellow King today for
Wait,
some reason.
no, Dyrus is in front
Dyer
of
says
me.
23.
Does it say it on the other side too?
I
It's
hate
the
to
first
say-
time he's using these guys. Give him a break.
No. You should know how initiative works.
Under, I'm sorry, 15 to 10?
14.
11.
Wait, what did
11.
Rocks would you get?
Get, get,
16.
yeah.
8.
11.
He'll get there.
11.
I'll get
Got
there
it.
eventually.
Thank you. Thank you.
Got it.
Hey, you know what? At least by the
Give me
time
some
my turn
Legos.
comes around, I'll probably know where they are.
Monster 1. As opposed to boss 1.
Mm.
All right. So, boss 1 is up first.
That's
You see a head peek around this side of the tree. He is going to take a shot on the littlest person in the group. Failure.
Harry, get down.
Oh, I thought.
I'm on the ground, by the way.
What?
He said get down.
Xander
Oh.
didn't
I
say
do.
get down.
Oh, so he would have disadvantage on you because you're prone.
Thank
Ah!
you. That's fine. Thank you. Great.
I listen.
That's great.
I hear stuff. I hear.
I seen it.
The lower one is a 20.
Jesus.
Wow.
I rolled a 14 and an
Are you
18.
gonna be surprised that it hits me, even if I was able to get my shield up.
Okay, so that is going to be.
Oh gosh.
That's going to be 8 piercing damage as a crossbow bolt sinks into your leg on the ground.
Whoa.
Is this appropriate to yell, my leg?
Yes.
I don't yell it like that. I go, my leg!
And then he is going to reposition.
That's my walking leg.
It is. It's true.
It's one of them.
Well.
All right, Dyrus, you're up.
Can I gauge roughly where they came from? The shots. I mean, I did get hit with them.
You know one came from the left side, one came from the right side.
Okay, and I can
but you're not
ascertain that if I can't see them, they're probably behind a tree.
You would assume.
Okay,
And
so
you
I'm
did
going
catch
to.
one, so you know exactly what
Yeah,
that
I'm gonna
came
move
from.
my full speed to come right over this way until I see the person and then approach. So
Okay.
I'm assuming I can do all that within my movement.
Of course.
And I'm going to have my sword out mid run, and try to swipe at him.
I like it.
What does it look like when I approach him or her?
It looks not too fine leathers, dark clothing draped over them, mask covering half of their face, low brimmed cap actually.
Can I gauge if it's a male or female?
You would say this one is a female.
Okay. In that case, I hold the sword up and then I just throw the left hook.
Okay.
So this is you. That is a 16 to hit.
16 hits.
Okay, great. And it's going to be 6 bludgeoning damage.
6 bludgeoning. Okay.
Yep. Then I'm going to use a key point to do flurry of blows. So I do 2 more unarmed attacks on her.
Oh damn.
Does it?
So many
Does
punches.
it?
And that would be a natural 18.
Nice.
Hits, and then an 11.
Misses.
Okay, so just one more hit. It's gonna be 4 more bludgeoning.
Okay.
That's it.
So pop pop. You hit her with 2 strikes as
Both
she.
left hand.
Okay.
Left hand and then a kick.
She.
So I got the sword in the right hand.
You can see she is being beset upon by you. Doesn't have much of an answer, but you do see she does have the crossbow. It's a hand crossbow, and she does have a dagger at her hip.
That's fine.
So she does have an option for close range combat.
Sure.
Leon, you're up.
Well, I saw he got hit with like 3 crossbows, so I'm gonna go for the healing word on him really quick.
Nice.
8 health you get back.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey.
Back to full.
Gotta love.
Just under.
One
Gotta
One
love
under.
being a cleric.
Who do I see on this battlefield? Like,
Right now, you see. Actually, you see the frame of one of the individuals huddled next to the tree over on your right hand side.
gotcha. Well, first I'm gonna. So I saw someone over there.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, I'm gonna move over to here, and I want to check that person to see if they're like breathing.
Okay, that would be your action. Okay, you check. Does not appear as that they are breathing.
Okay, is it like have they been a while? Like,
The body is pretty cold and stiff
okay.
when you turn it over. There is a crossbow bolt lodged into the neck with blood that's kind of caked onto the shirt. So you would assume this person's been dead for a while.
all right, then I stand up at the ready.
Okay.
Yeah.
Leon prepares his mace and shield. Xanier, you're up.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm gonna shoot this fucker.
Okay.
Is that the technical term?
Yes. And first attack.
Are you aiming to kill?
This
No.
last name.
Okay.
We need answers.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I hit.
Okay.
All right then.
Natural 19.
75.
Yeah, it's a 24.
Okay.
Oh wait, yeah, right. It's plus 1. Yeah, plus 1 dex. Oh, plus my proficiency.
Is he technically going before
It's
that?
it's a 26.
Yeah, he is technically going before that.
So you get your sneak attack then, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So okay.
Oh yeah, that's gonna happen.
Mm-hmm. What was my sneak attack one?
It's just 2d6 right
Yeah, I get that.
now. 2d6 extra damage.
Yeah, that's what I was going on. Because it's first attack, and then I have somebody flanks, then I get it.
It's 1d10 plus 2d6.
Would this person be surprised?
No.
They attacked us, dude.
Yeah.
They're not surprised.
They didn't know I was over there.
They did when you yelled, "Get down."
Damn it.
And they also know they're in
Get
combat.
down.
So like,
Damn.
Yeah, even if
fucking
you're not
kids.
prepared for a specific individual,
Yeah,
they're
this is-
prepared for
Yeah,
combat.
I wasn't
This
sure
is
if
10.
it was a
Is
person.
0? 0 is 10, right?
Yes.
Zero is- Okay.
aim for
Why
the
couldn't
0.
they just write that? I mean,
Okay.
That's good. That's good.
10. All right.
Yeah.
Because it's a percentage
14.
dice too. So
No.
like, if you do this,
14, 16,
it'll
that's
be
21.
Like 33.
Where were
That's
you
a sad
aiming for?
example.
fucking like. Well,
3-3.
yeah,
But if it was
Midsection?
this, it would be 30,
Okay.
not 30,
You see
10.
the
You know what I mean?
rifle bullet
So it's-
impact,
Yeah.
and the body just falls limply to the left-hand side.
Okay. Oops.
Oh,
So
alright.
this is the tens digit.
That guy's
And
down.
then that's the one.
That was
digit.
quick.
So that's why it's not.
Bonus
10,
action
because
reload.
this is
Okay.
0 technically if we're doing percentage.
Okay. So
Um,
Okay.
Next to you, you see behind the person you're currently fighting, you hear a loud and you see one of the people at the tree beyond just kind of slump over.
Dead?
You don't know from this side. It's a little bit dark.
So much for that newfound friendship.
It's a little bit
Gonna be a
dark.
rough one.
I know.
You don't know.
I know. Well, I know you did it.
Right now, you hear
No shit.
No, that's
hear,
Seline with the gun.
Okay. That's all I needed to hear.
Ow! Mistakes were made.
Nope.
Who's next?
Raucous.
Raucous is going to use his movement to go in front of Phelan. And then, do I have any idea of where these arrows are coming, bolts are coming from?
You can, from your section, you see a figure's side over here.
Okay.
So you know at least over in this direction there's people. And you did see Dyrus earlier get hit with arrows from both sides. So you know that they're somewhere within these tree lines.
So I guess, can I do like a perception check to see if I can get more information?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. 16 total.
Yeah. So with your perception check, you were at the ready when you guys were walking down the road. You saw 2 arrows fly from the left, 3 fly from the right, and you saw their general location from where they came from. So the location from where they came from. So you kind of get a bearing like, okay, there's 3 and they're behind these trees, and there's 2 and they're behind these trees.
Thermology. Yeah.
Nice.
And just tell
Big
everybody where everybody is.
Okay. So you say
Nice.
3 on the right, 2 on the left, all behind the trees.
Well,
Yeah,
more
it's
like.
basically
I mean, I always-
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Well, like
I
1.5
was
on the left.
prestidigitation
Like.
around.
Okay. Monsters 1. That guy is unconscious. Gonna make a death save. It's good.
Okay.
For the other 2, we're gonna have 1 attack. The person next to you is gonna drop their crossbow, pull out their knife, and try and jab it into you, like the clavicle area. That's gonna be an 18.
Just it's.
Okay. So that's gonna be. Ooh, max 8 damage.
Thanks for the heal, Leon.
Where did it go?
So she kind of just instinctually lashes out. She reaches up and just kind of jabs a dagger right into like the neck and clavicle here, and you can feel the sharp
She
pain in
stabbed
your
through my
arm.
entire toughness feat.
The 2 on this side are gonna focus fire on definitely not the armored paladin. Cleric.
That's my dare you.
We're gonna focus the not so armored paladin.
You're like a firefighter who dressed up in a cop's uniform. Like, you know this is gonna happen.
Damn good reference.
So they're going to make 2 attacks on
Garrett? Yeah.
on Garrett. Yeah.
Yeah. Bring it on.
Garrus.
Oof. It's
always
a
good.
20.
Okay.
It's always good with
Those are
oof.
different.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, one is a natural 20 and
And
one
one's
is
double
not.
damage, right?
Never roll a natural ooh.
Yeah, right now.
Ooh, the natural oof. It's my one
So the
weakness.
crit's 14,
Holy shit.
That's okay.
and the other roll is 11. Yeah.
Oh my
So 25
God.
damage as 2 crossbow bolts right into Garrett's chest at the same time from the left,
probably
from
not
the
safe.
right hand side.
Ooh is hard.
And then they are going
Dear
to.
God.
Every time.
That is a
There's
lot
no
of
deep
damage.
line
Every
in this
single fight.
town.
God's.
Feeling blue eye over there?
Bonus action
Very.
dash. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Do I see these guys?
Cowards!
Huh?
Do I see them?
Face me!
You don't see this guy from where you are. You see this guy because he didn't have enough movement to get into the next line of trees. He's still running.
Okay.
Arik, you're up.
Did I see those 2 guys just run past us?
You did.
Okay.
You just use the red marker to show where you are if you want. The red little thing. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah.
If you, just to, it's
No,
easier to keep
scoop him like
track.
an abacus.
Yeah, or that.
Hey, just keep
I'm
like
gonna
resetting
start
it
yeah,
and
my whistles and my singing.
Actually, yeah, that's not a bad
Yeah,
idea.
yeah.
Keep doing
That's
that.
pretty cool.
That's a lot better.
Only problem is right here.
Oh, yeah, the middle part.
Well, just end it there.
Yeah.
Farewell. Remind me if I forget. Before we end, the chat would love
We
to
never
see
end.
those nameplates up close.
Absolutely.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, we'll post a
Figure we'll
picture
do
of it
that
on
along
Instagram.
with the
You will
game
get
piece
nothing,
of
and you will like it.
Yes!
You lose! You get nothing!
Hey, Chat, you give us your social security numbers?
No,
you ain't got
no,
nothing.
no.
You ain't got nothing.
We'll post a picture on Instagram
Anyway.
after the stream so everybody can see it.
Yeah.
Anyway,
follow
back
us
to the
on
fight.
Instagram.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna start my singing.
Yeah, Jen will post it on
Okay.
Instagram.
Yes, that
So I
was
start this intense whistle.
intense.
How does it sound?
3, 4, 5,
Intense.
6. I go up to here,
Okay.
and then
That's just blowing air.
You just singing the Game of Thrones theme song?
Yes.
actually I would go here.
Okay.
Essentially, because the tree is the center one, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm intentionally trying to get in way of his shot so that he can't shoot at Phelan again.
Okay.
I don't know if it's the same one, but whatever. And then I'm going to take my sword and slash at him, and as I slash, it's going to essentially create a 15-foot cone of fire.
Sure.
God.
In which direction?
Towards him. It's only
Just
gonna hit
this
the
one?
Yeah, it's only gonna
Okay.
hit the one.
Okay.
So it's burning hands.
Oh.
Nice.
Like, what the fuck spell is that?
Fireball.
I just do the flavor text to use it.
Yeah, no,
with
that's
my
awesome.
sword, yeah.
That's awesome.
I like how these fit perfectly.
They're
Yeah.
so perfect.
How
yeah.
did that happen?
Well, I think they're made for DM screens, so.
Are they?
They
I
were
don't know. I would
made
assume
for the
so.
critical miss.
So burning
They work.
hands is a dex saving throw.
Oh,
Oh, they're good at that, though.
But I don't.
I know.
critical miss.
Ah!
Hey!
What a nerd!
Oh.
Hey.
Namesake.
Oh.
Ho
So that's 14 fire damage.
You
Haha.
rolled 14?
I rolled.
Jesus
It's
Christ.
3d6.
Damn, okay.
Yeah.
They sneak attack.
So you see as a wave of flames engulfs this guy, the leather armors and the cloak he's wearing catch flame as he starts trying to put himself out.
Sucks to be you!
Still standing.
Puss.
Okay. Well, I'm done.
Abacus.
Phelan.
Sean, can I wild shape it from injured? Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna turn into a wolf.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fuck him up.
So you become a wolf.
Back, you still have the
Welcome
same
to the wolf
HP that you had before you left it.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna turn into a wolf, and
Where's my
I
box?
don't know how far I could go
Are my
because
boxes up there?
Yes.
Give me boxes, my boxes.
40
please.
feet.
Please.
2 black boxes, please.
Or is it just
No,
for
you
my
sent
thing
it to me
before?
last time. It says that
Bro, I got it.
Thank you.
I think I can tell if an ally is within 5 feet of the creature. You'd be one of my allies, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very
So I'm gonna go towards Arik.
Wolf.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, you have
Just
to
so you know,
attack, yes.
just so you know, you were prone,
Oh, okay.
so you're only gonna get half your movement speed.
Sugar. Okay. All right. So
What's the wolf speed?
40.
40. Okay, so you would be
May I
able to move.
contend? Because she went prone forwards, and if she turns into a wolf, she's on.
It's still taking the action.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
That was a good argument.
I was just gonna
I like-
want to throw in the contest.
I support it.
3, 4,
4.
right there.
Okay.
I am snarling.
Okay.
I'm angry.
You can use your action to dash to get closer if you
Yeah,
want.
you can dash at him.
If you want to get like up in range with them,
No,
you would get a.
Why not?
Because she's not a circle of the
Moon.
Oh, no, she used
Oh,
her
it's her
action.
action to
Yeah.
Okay, so never mind.
Yeah.
Take that away.
But thanks, guys. Yeah, so that's me. Snarly. That's my attack.
Gotcha.
Arr.
You
Garrett,
use growl
see
because
this
their
guy?
defense
2
goes
crossbow
down.
bolt chest. Yes, you can see him. He's not behind the tree. 2 crossbow bolts sticking out of both of your pecs. Just.
Nice new
Alright.
nipples.
Yeah, you
First
look like
off-
you got nice steel nipples right now.
First off, I'm gonna cast Shield of Faith on myself.
Nice.
Okay.
Good plan.
Oh, fuck that shit. And then I'm going to run at this man.
Oh,
1,
God.
2, 3, 4, 5.
Wait.
And get right up in his face. I'm gonna take a nice hearty swing at him.
Okay, I just clothesline him. Don't go there.
That's an 8.
8. He deftly moves out of the way
Aw,
as you
man, that's
bring your
okay.
sword down. It lands in the dirt.
That's my action, bonus action, and
Fair enough. Now that he is up close to you, he also, just like the one who's fighting Dyrus, he is going to drop his hand crossbow, and he is going to draw the short sword.
bring it on.
It is a curved short sword that has almost like a hook at the end, forward. And he's
Sure,
going.
what you're getting yourself into.
And he's going to try and just gash at you in the side of the shoulder area.
Understand?
That's it. I'm getting me short sword.
Oh no, that's a 9.
Nope.
So same thing. You block it, move it away from you.
Nice.
He's going to use a bonus action to disengage.
You coward!
1, 2, 3, 5,
Oh damn it!
You coward!
There we go. Dyrus.
Bless you.
Science.
Bless you. Go.
Sorry.
All right, so I'm gonna just try to throw a kick at her face.
Okay.
Try to roundhouse kick her. I like it. Yeah, that's a 21 to hit.
Nice.
Oh my
Hits.
god.
Okay. That is 5 bludgeoning damage.
Okay. She is. Oh wait. How much did you dealt 9 last time?
I don't know. Probably.
No, the first one was 6. I think the second one was.
Right. You dealt 11 last time.
Yes.
6 and 5. So with your kick, she.
Can
clatters
I
to the
say I
ground.
kicked off the tree and then kicked her in the face? Like,
Sure.
Like kick off the
I like
cage?
it.
Absolutely. And she just kind of
Jose
flips and
Aldo.
lands on the ground.
Yeah.
Showtime kick.
Jose Aldo style. You land Superman
Old
style.
school Jose Aldo.
Can I then move over to both of these downed individuals and loot them a little bit?
Yeah. What are you looking for?
I was not expecting that answer.
Any pouches that would indicate coin or anything that seems worth anything?
On them, no.
Okay, gotcha. And that's it. That's all my whole turn.
Okay. Leon.
All right. So in my very heavy armor, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I just take
6.
the daggers.
Thank you.
Okay.
I'm gonna give you a little boost.
I like
I'm gonna put my hand on you and use what's the thing? Cure wounds at a 2nd level.
I highly recommend it.
Yeah.
You recommend it?
I do. It's great. It's great.
It's like 2 daggers.
12 health you get back.
I will rip the crossbow bolts out of my chest.
Okay. The wounds, as he's healing you, start to heal a little bit.
And
We're sorry.
I say, where is he? Damn it!
To him.
I get ready to start running, but it's my turn.
Xanier, you're up.
All right. So I saw Dyrus fuck that person up. So turn it this way. Who do I see over here? Just this guy, or can I see him?
You can see him. Yeah, you would be able to see him.
Okay. Does he look?
He's a little bit further back from the tree.
Does he look fancier than this guy?
He's wearing nicer he's wearing nicer gear.
I'm aiming for this guy.
Okay.
Oh, he's not flanked up. Shit.
He is not. There's not.
All right.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll your attack.
Yep. Oh, that's probably not.
Call in the
Yeah,
drone.
That is
Too much.
Whoop.
a 15.
That misses,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
Bonus action reload.
So he just kind of moves his head back as your bullet slams into a tree, kind of scatters some wood. Bonus action to reload, okay?
I didn't think
Ruckus,
you
you're
were
up.
coming back from
I'm
there.
gonna move as close as I can to the group of enemies. I don't think I can actually get there. It's 30 feet.
You can get, yeah.
Yeah.
You might
You can get in range with one.
Down through a tree.
This isn't a full tree. The base of the tree is right here.
It's clobbering.
It's just showing where like the canopy of the
What
tree lies, I
time
guess.
are you?
Yeah.
That's true. Normal angry.
Normal level of anger.
That's about normal level.
11.
11. You take a swing at him, but he's so distracted with this fire and flames, he's moving around too much. Your hammer just right into the side of the tree.
Next.
Oh! Him hitting the tree right next to me.
Monster 1. Monster 1. We have 2 death saves to make. Ooh.
Well, this one was not lethal.
Hmm?
That
Well,
one was
so
just-
is his technically.
Oh, so
There.
okay.
Well, do you have the DMs?
Yeah, it's hard to do. Like you're not attempting to kill them outright, essentially.
Well, no. So here's the because they're. I specifically bookmark a page. Is there a DM's guide here?
Yeah.
No, I don't know.
What page?
I think it's 194 if I remember correctly.
What is it about?
Drink more.
Taking someone down non-lethal.
Let me check what the book says.
Because Mercer tweeted about it a while back.
Oh,
He
no,
tweeted
no,
the page
this one
number.
looks like yeah. So
No, this is the robe of
Did you mean
useful
the
items.
player's handbook?
No, I checked the player's handbook.
Oh, the DM guide?
He said it was the DM's guide.
Here, I'll look it up while you're...
Robe of
Dance
useful
break,
items.
Yeah. I'll look it up for you.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Tom.
Either way,
If you could just get with the program.
either
Thank
way,
you, Kevin.
this guy
The leaf doesn't understand.
finishes patting himself
I
off.
like that you know.
Son of a bitch. He drops his crossbow behind him, pulls out his dagger, takes a stab at your gut.
Oh my god.
Who's that?
And that's going to be 18 to hit.
As he goes to attack me, I quickly throw my sword up, but clearly missing the parry. But as he tries to stab, it hits my shield.
Oh,
My
okay.
cast shield.
Oh,
So you use shield. 198.
188. Sorry, I didn't know it was
So the ting, the blade actually bounces off an invisible barrier right in front of your gut, just inches away from stabbing you. You see him drop the dagger and hold his hands up.
Okay.
This is page 198.
Well, that's what just happened over
I
there.
mean, it appears as if this person is
Is this
lethally
something on
dead.
that page?
These are magical items.
He's going to continue moving.
Magic items.
Is
Flip
it?
to the page before?
Do you go?
It's
by
still
the-
magic items. We're in the magic item section.
Do you go by the online version? 198.
I've literally just looking at his tweet.
Okay.
I'll find it.
Seeing two people over there dealing with these two gentlemen, he's going to focus his attention now on the wolf that appears to be snarling at them. He's going
Which
to
guy? This guy?
this guy.
That guy.
Yes.
That
He's
guy.
going to lean around from behind the tree,
Ah!
try and shoot the wolf.
Do I scare him? Ah! How about now?
It's a 22.
Well, as a wolf, you know that probably it's 14. My AC.
Okay.
So no.
So you take
Damage.
yes in the
They do
form
from
of 6 piercing damage as a bolt right into your hip.
I live.
Okay.
Thank you very much. I love you.
Jen, I love you.
And he's going to use his bonus action to hide against this tree. Arik, you're up.
I'm going to take one more step closer to that guy so that I'm next to both of them.
Okay.
And then I'm just going to grab like the sheath of my sword, like just kind of hang it out, swing my sword down and ting it off of the metal of my sheath, and cast Thunder Wave on around on them.
How many? What is that?
15 foot cube. But I can choose the corners.
Oh, okay. So you're good.
Yeah. So it's a Constitution saving throw.
Constitution saving throw?
Constitution saving
I
throw.
just speed read 38 pages of this book for no reason.
Oh my god!
For both of them?
I didn't read a word of it.
For both of them, yeah.
I was just looking through pages hoping something else would
Natural 18 and
Yeah, it just says it falls on the
14.
stable.
They both save, but they still take half the damage.
Okay.
Come on.
Yo,
Come on, roll it.
So, or well, they're unconscious but stable.
Okay.
6
They're
damage.
non-lethal.
Okay.
Because I already have it, by the way.
How much?
6.
6 for both of them?
Yes.
Okay. The one who was on fire previously collapses to the ground
Okay.
from the force of the explosion right in front of Raucus. This guy withstands his ground, stays strong, and is kind of just assessing the situation right now.
I would imagine the only way the non-lethal doesn't work is if you do more than their max, like it would permanent kill them, because then you obviously can't do non-lethal if you're doing that much damage. But
gotcha.
just I mean, you
No,
it makes
roll it
sense.
yourself.
I'm
That's
sure
just
some are
fine.
health and damage, but it's not lethal.
But
What?
you know,
Like a Kamehameha wave that's just too strong.
yeah.
Wolfenstein?
Yeah, no big deal.
Hits them at a cellular level.
Wolfenstein?
Cellular level.
That's
Your
yeah.
That's
Feywolf. Feywolf.
Feywolf.
First, I growl. Which just sounds more like a monster, but it's really, really growly. Okay.
That's Noada.
Sure.
That's
no water.
1, 2, 3. I cannot reach.
Are you going right here?
Yeah, just
I-
like Phelan.
I go for an attack.
Fuck him up.
Okay.
Fuck him up.
So, what is the wolf's attack?
Why are wolf
It is,
ribs showing?
Hello from the other
Because he's been hit by
Or
bows.
slide.
Oh my gosh.
Slide.
Um,
talk about that. It's
So I
Plus
wanna try
4 to
putting it underneath
hit.
your stuff and fan.
Okay.
What? I
So
don't.
roll a d20.
Okay.
Roll d20 and add
Sorry.
plus.
And then plus 4.
Okay.
9.
Total 9?
Total 9.
Total
Okay,
9.
so he just and he kind of puts his crossbow just up at the last
Damn
second. You
you.
bite onto that.
Good, rip it away. Can't shoot again. It's a win-win.
That's true.
Disarm him and then disarm him.
Yeah, no, this
Nice.
it.
Yeah. Nice.
Thank you.
Anything else?
Oh wait, the wolf has advantage on attack rolls against a creature if at least one of the wolf's allies is within 5 feet of the
Nope.
creature.
Nope. You're attacking
Get closer! Get closer!
There are 2 of them.
Garrett.
Get
closer.
Sorry.
2, 3,
Oh, he's so
4,
fast.
5, 6.
He's the fastest man alive. Oh my god. I'm gonna shoot my gun in the air.
Actually,
That's pop.
if I move here, do I have advantage on him? Because
Yes.
Yes.
So I'll move there instead. And there was 1 short sword, 1 hack blade was going at him.
Sure.
Because now I can do that.
Yeah. Woo. For the kids.
So short sword first. That is a 21.
Thank God for
Thank
that.
God for that.
Just
And
hits.
the hack blade is a 16.
Hits.
Yes.
Alright.
Just hits.
Alright, now we know what it is.
Excellent. So,
Could be. I don't know why I'm doing this.
short sword is
I get excited about hitting things.
6 plus my strength.
That's them up.
That doesn't matter.
That's them up.
So 8 points of damage from the short sword, because I rolled 6.
Nice.
Kablam.
And
Good
for
job.
the hack blade, it is one-handed, so it is a 1d8.
Kerchow.
It is a
Nailed it.
6.
Kerplunk.
So a total of
14.
14 points of damage.
Nice.
Okay.
Ooh.
And I am going to divine smite him with my hack blade.
Oh my god, you don't like this man.
I smite ye.
If it brings him down, it's not lethal. I have a thing for it, so don't worry. So
Crit.
2d8 radiant damage. That's 6 radiant damage.
I like it.
He's super effective.
Alright. On his turn,
He runs away.
boss
Probably.
one drops his crossbow, drops his blades, and he puts his hands up. And he goes, right, okay, I get it. It was a bad idea. I didn't see how many of you there were.
The 7 heavily armed adventurers.
Regardless of how many, it was still a bad idea.
Dyrus,
I'll
you're up.
work on it.
That's his turn. The other guy, you can see at the same time, he can't act right now, but he drops his weapons and just kind of backs away a little bit from the wolf.
Can you give us a good wolf style?
Oh, okay.
That's better than my
I'm gonna.
No, your little kid bear sound is pretty
I'm
good.
gonna take.
Oh my god! Gauntlet.
Oh, that was good.
I'm gonna take my turn to just try to drag these 2 towards the cart.
Okay.
I know I can't drag them very far, but just as far as
One
I
at
can.
a time, it wouldn't
Yeah.
be too hard.
Yeah.
These guys are surrendering. Is anybody continuing combat?
I'm not going to continue to strike.
No,
him.
I'm continuing to scare that.
So we can call combat dead for now.
Yeah.
Remember how we were friends?
And that is where we're going to leave it for this week. We're going to pick
Get on the
up.
ground!
We're going to pick up next week with, I guess,
Pretty
the
quick combat.
interrogation.
It's pretty quick combat. Not too bad.
Yeah.
No, it's fun.
I
wrecked that guy.
Thank you guys. Thank you guys for joining us.
We're robbing you.
I can guarantee it.
You're right.
I can guarantee you guys are going to wind up robbing these people.
Of course.
We're the good
But thank you guys for showing up and hanging out with us in chat. Thank you to Trumpet Richie. What was it Manda?
Man, bye.
Man,
bye.
2 months in a
Yeah.
row.
I got you.
Hey,
We
got
had
you.
a follow from Dale Meets Wall 32.
Dale Meets
We
Wall.
had
Nice.
Amanda Pie 30 with the 2 months resub. We had Notlog with the Twitch Prime sub.
Yeah.
And just from all day, it's been a good one. I got 404 bits, you know?
Nice.
And Kevin on the Sex and the Sounds.
That's right.
Kevin on the 1s and 2s.
Kevin Meeboard.
What about the 3s?
No. Thank you guys for joining us. It was awesome.
Yeah.
And we will see you next week. Same critical time.
Oh, God, wait.
Same critical
Hold it,
place.
hold it, hold it,
Wait,
hold it,
hold on! Freeze!
10 more bits from the newly named SSG Midnight Panda.
Oh, shit!
Midnight Panda went Super
I'm sorry,
Saiyan.
I had to do it.
They went above and beyond.
Of course, Bob and Ear for everything that he does as well.
Thank you,
Right.
Bob.
Now you can do it.
Yes. Same critical time, same critical network. Next time, on the critical miss.
Wait, we
Where am I?
point?
Here?
Always.
Oh,
We only point.